Having trouble connecting. Oh, there we go. What up, guys? We are live. So we got another fun speed dating show for you. We haven't done one of these in 4 days, which is a very long time for PWF. We were supposed to have these two friends on. They both flaked last minute, but Eden, being a champ, came through. And then
Sorry, guys.
No, you're a favorite. And then Sarah's going to jump on in 20, 30 minutes. So we are going to have two girls. So yeah, let's give Eden a silent little round of applause for coming through last minute. But yeah, you guys know Eden. I think you are a dating coach, right? You have your own channel. You want to just talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm a dating and sex coach. I have my own YouTube channel and podcast. You guys know the drill. I've been on here before. You guys know that I'm kind of known for my ruthlessness. I tell it like it is, whether you like it or not, but it's, I think, all for the greater good. So that's my method.
You are far, far from the most ruthless girl that come
really?
on. You're definitely would be on the nicer side compared to somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
I'll send you links after this, but there's like 20 levels more ruthless after you.
I like to give feedback that hopefully helps people, but I don't hold back. So maybe I'm not like mean. I try not to be, but you guys be the judge. So we'll see.
Yep. Someone said very mature, intelligent businesswoman.
Because of the blazer. I wear a blazer for you guys today. It's a little bit different.
I dig it. Okay, guys. So we got a few little surprises. So number one, Prince O is going to jump on in about 30, 40 minutes. So make sure you guys watch for that. Number two, at the very end, Looks for L and Jake are going to jump on. We're going to discuss the competition. So it is happening. They both agreed. So we're going to plan all that out live on air. And Bmac is going to jump on and share some very interesting things with us that, I'm not going to ruin the surprise. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun little things. So make sure you guys watch until the very end. All right, I'm going to drop the link. So don't click away from the stream. Watch the whole thing. All right, there we go. Link is dropped.
Let's see.
Let's go get packed real fast. All right, we got our first person. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Been a minute. How are you?
I'm doing good. You ready, man?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, cool. I'm going to take myself off.
Nice to meet you, Eden. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Serge.
Serge. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Dig the whole outfit and look, by the way. Almost feel like you're going to sell me a Christmas tree right now.
Thank you very much. I know I should probably take this down, but it's pink and I don't think I will.
Oh, no worries. I know the struggle. I literally got back from a trip and I'm literally just postponing unpacking until maybe next week.
Where did you go?
I literally was seeing family in Mexico for about a month. So.
Oh, wow.
It was a blast, but I had so much mail, so much stuff to keep up with. So not judging you at all for the tree.
Of course. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, tell me more about you, though.
What would you like to know?
Curious, how did your holidays go?
It was a bit crazy, but in the best way. I was supposed to go to Mexico, actually, which is funny. It didn't work out, and then I decided to stay in town. I'm from Toronto, so I just stayed in Toronto with family and friends. We had a New Year's party at my place, which was a little bit crazy. You can actually still see some of the New Year's crowns that some of my friends put on the tree that I didn't take down. It was a bit wild, but it was amazing. So couldn't ask for a better holiday season.
Oh, that's sad. Our romance could have started like weeks before you had made it.
Sorry?
Where in Mexico are you going to go?
Playa del Carmen.
Oh, that's a really cool area. I'm actually going to be there in about 2 months, I think. Should crash by. We could start our little romance there.
Romance? I don't know, man. I'm not going to go on vacation with somebody I don't know.
Well, like, I'm already going. If you go and we're in the same place, I mean...
I just happened to stumble upon each other? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, I literally just popped up in the computer so that Alex was on. You were on. So I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm a person who likes to take chances, and you seem like you are too.
Why would you say that? I'm wearing a blazer. Don't I look like sophisticated and kind of boring? No?
That looks like a facade. I've seen you. You look like you have a professional side, but you're a little bit more outgoing, adventurous. I get that vibe. I've seen you around.
You've seen me around. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're from Israel, right?
My background. So yeah, I wasn't born there. I was born in Canada, first generation, but my family's from Israel and Russia.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Your whole family moved across the world, tried something new, and you seem like you'd be the one to kind of follow on that family path.
Yeah, I would love to travel more. That's my goal this year for sure. I want to go to Europe.
That's awesome. What countries are you going for?
Malta, and then Italy, and then Portugal.
Italy's definitely up there. I would say it's probably Italy and Japan that are my next ones that I want to do.
You've never been to Italy?
No, I've done England and I've done Amsterdam, but I've never done Italy before.
Yeah, there's a lot to see there. I feel like you need to go for a while to really absorb everything in Italy. All my friends have gone and they've said nothing but great things. So I'm excited to go. I'm going to go with a girlfriend.
What kind of vibe are you going for? Like going on the Venice water, going to shop in Milan, going to see some soccer games? What's your vibe?
I love soccer, so I love that you brought that up. But I think I want to do a taste of everything, whatever I can. I'm not quite sure. I think we're going to do, I forget where we're going to go. It's just the south of Italy, and then just tour wherever we can go because we're not going to stay there for a while. I think like 10 days, which I feel like is not enough. And then we're going to go probably to Portugal, Malta. I'm going with another friend, so I'm excited.
No, I like that. And I mean, 10 days is enough to just get a little bit of a taste. I mean, Europe is kind of like that, where each city you could literally spend like a month there and still not get enough.
That's the thing, though. There's so much to see, and I don't want to do just the touristy shit. You know what I mean? Like I want to just enjoy and take my time and not stress. Oh, I have to go see this. I have to go see that. I have to go to this restaurant. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I'm a little bit stressed. I'm going to pick like one area and just stick to that. And then when I have more time, come and do the rest.
I can see you there, though. Like, I can kind of tell what's going to happen. You know, you're going to go to a soccer game, have your little after party. Come on to you.
It's exactly what I'm for. Yeah, definitely what I'm going to do there. Sorry, my dog's going crazy.
Talk person, I imagine.
All right. So Eden, you know the drill. The same question. If you were single and you were in the same city, would you go on a date with SGS?
Sorry, my dog. You are really sweet, but I did not feel a spark. I probably wouldn't have. I think it was very platonic. I was a little bit bored with some of the questions, just because I feel like we didn't find you and me something to go off of. It was very like, personally, I don't think it works to have a conversation about places you want to travel, because I feel like it's basic. Everyone talks about it. If you can't find a bond within the first few minutes of talking about it, move on to the next topic. So that's kind of my gist. The answer would probably be no. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I was kind of thinking that too. So you're able to have a conversation. You can banter. You're not weird. You're not creepy. You don't run out of things to say. The biggest issue you have is you are having a really hard time building sexual tension and making the conversation more than platonic. Pretty much all your speed dates, they kind of follow the same pattern. They're very like platonic. So I think you really need to work on just being able to build sexual tension. And the way to do that, well, there's many ways to do that. I mean, I have like multiple videos on this where I do demonstrations. But in a speed date type of setting is either talking about topics that are a little bit more risque. I'm not talking about like talking about sex, but something that's a little bit more flirty, a little bit more intimate. Two, also it can be a lot of it has to do with your tonality and speech. So what you do a lot is called up talk. So it's basically like, hey, so where do you want to go for vacation, right? Versus down talk would be, hey, so where do you want to go for vacation, right? Do you see the inflection? And that can make a difference between something being platonic or something building a little bit of sexual tension. So a lot of times it's just slowing down your speech a little bit, just a little bit, not too much, just like that. Can add a lot of fucking sexual tension. But if you look at like your conversation, watch this back, it's very like you're talking at the same rate. There's no ups or downs. It's just like this is like that. It's like a flatline type of thing. So I think that would be my tips. Do you have anything to add to that, Eden?
Yeah. So if you are doing online dating, your lighting is pretty shitty, my friend. I can barely see you. True. And I wish I could see you closer to the camera. I think also I threw you a bone there. I know I was giving you a bit of a hard time when you said like our romance started our romance. I wasn't feeling it because you just kind of threw it in there. And I was like, like we aren't there yet. But I did throw you a bone when I asked you and I said like, oh, but like, don't I look professional with my blazer or whatever? And I was trying to be a little bit more flirtatious, and you did try. So you did kind of go with the whole, no, I've seen you around. Like you have this other side to you. We could have gone more into that, and I would have been more happy to play into that. That would have been a little bit more sexy without it being overly sexual and uncomfortable for me, because I did show you that I was interested in why you thought that. You know what I mean? For a minute.
Yeah,
so that could have been.
Sorry, I was just gonna say role plays are really good. So yeah, like if I was on a speed date with a girl, she's like, "Don't I look like don't I look professional?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're like a sexy businesswoman. You're gonna sell me a house." Like you can just like get into a role play. Okay, I'm knocking on the door. How are you gonna sell me this house? Like you can just kind of obviously you gotta, if the girl's not feeling it, you move on. But like yeah, like role plays are also a really really good way to make things fun and sexual without coming off as creepy. So I always look for opportunities to do role plays. You don't want to get stuck on it for too long because then it just gets weird. But for like 30 seconds or a minute, that's like an easy role play right there. Like you know, so yeah, that's one you can run with.
That makes sense. So slow down the speech, try to do some more of that down talk, and just try to relate and kind of, if I don't see something not sticking, just bounce to something new and see what sticks.
Well, it's slow down your speech in the right places. So if you are just talking slow, it's going to be weird. It has to be you slow down your speech at the right moments, right? So if you're talking about, I don't know, like what her background is, you probably are not going to slow down your speech. But if you're making like a joke, or she said she's like Jewish and Russian, and be like, "Ooh, I've always had a thing for Russian Jews." That might be a comment where you would pause afterwards for a little bit, right? You wouldn't just be like, "Oh, I've always had a thing for Russian Jews." Anyway, well, what part of Russia, right? That kills attention. Like, "Ooh, I've always had a thing for Russian Jews."
And you can even bring it back to yourself in that moment too, with the whole Russian Jew thing. You could be like, I'm not Russian Jews. Do you usually date those? You know what I mean? And make it be like, okay, we are on a date. Like I'm reminding you, like I'm interested to know who you date and what you date a little bit without being insecure about it and being like, do I fit? Am I like, you know what I mean? So there's a sly way of doing that. You can throw it in there. You have to pause and find opportunity with what people say. Even if I'm not giving you much, see if you can expand on something that I was a little bit more perky about, you know? Talking about myself. Every girl likes to talk about them fucking selves. You know what I mean? Just ask her questions. And if you see she's into something or she's willing to share something, be like, okay, where's my opportunity here? Zoom in a little bit more. You know what I mean? But I think that with practice, you'll get the groove of that.
Cool. Mm-hmm. All right, bro. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Appreciate you.
It's nice meeting you.
Take care, bro. All right. Let's bring on our next person, Sid.
Hey, Alex. How you doing?
Hi.
Pretty good. Pretty good. You ready? Are you ready?
Yeah. Yep, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, Aiden. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So how was your day today? Did you do anything spontaneous, adventurous?
I wish I did. I went grocery shopping. How fun.
I just got my groceries yesterday. Yeah, that's the most fun thing you can ever do. Trust me.
No, I absolutely hate grocery shopping. I have like anxiety going grocery shopping, but it's done. I'm ready for the week, and that's pretty much it. I did some work at home. How about you?
Well, today I worked all day mostly. Yeah. So I'm basically a storyteller. So I was telling a bunch of stories. Yeah.
What do you mean?
So I basically tell stories regarding data. So data analyst. That's the boring way to tell story.
Yeah. Nice.
So
you're a data analyst, but you call yourself a storyteller because that's what you actually do. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Basically tell stories with data and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So what's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done in your life?
Oh God. I guess booked a last minute trip. I'm trying to keep it PG, but yeah, I don't know. I think nothing.
Oh, please don't keep it PG. Please don't keep it PG.
Maybe for another time, but I think the most spontaneous thing is just probably move around. I'm more of a very like planned person, so it is tough for me to be spontaneous. Just has to be, I guess, in the moment. Nothing too crazy. How about you?
Well, similar story. So once I decided I want to see New York. I had never seen New York before. So I booked a spontaneous trip to New York. So my flight was 3 days later. And for 1 week, I explored the entire New York City. So it was December 2019.
Did you go by yourself?
Yep, all by myself.
Oh, good for you. Wow.
Yeah, I was on the road like all the time. Just I would go back to my hotel room just to sleep. That's it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Good for you. Did you meet any cool people? Did you do anything interesting?
So I went to a couple of bars, made a couple of friends. So the hotel that I stayed at, right? There I met one person. He was pretty cool. He wanted to go to Washington, D.C. and then he invited me along, but I didn't want to, ruin my vacation in a way. So yeah, I declined. But yeah, pretty cool people.
Good.
Yeah.
It's always fun to meet new people. And New York is full of characters, which is always fun.
It is. I've only been to New York City once, so I cannot speak on the characters of people. But
I'm sure you saw, like, just walking down the street, you see literally all the craziest people, so many interesting people.
Yeah. Times Square. Yeah. Times Square.
Well, Times Square is like tourist central. So yeah, you're going to see everybody from all over the world there, kind of thing. But
yeah. So what kind of guys are you into?
What kind of guys am I into? I feel like every girl says it, but I genuinely don't have like a specific type. I think I'm interested in more of the quirky guy in the corner that's a little bit to himself, but has a fun side, super confident. Looks wise, if you want to know, I'll be very transparent. It's oftentimes like brunette, light eyes. That's usually what happens. But I've been with a variety of different guys, and I just feel like it comes down to that same archetype that I like in terms of personality. So I like a little bit of a nerdy, quirky guy.
Ooh, nerdy, quirky guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I fit the nerdy guy stereotype, so that's good. But quirky, you'll have to find that out.
Yeah, you have to show your personality, you know what I mean? And not be afraid to be yourself. I love a guy who's able to do that, but he's not like asking for attention out in public, you know what I mean? He's not the guy that's like buying bottles and shit like that. That for me is a turn off. I like a more like reserved, humble guy to himself, you know?
Oh, so let's say if someone has to approach you and he cannot, show off. So what exactly he has to do to approach you?
It's not so much about what he has to do. It's just his energy. Normally it's like eye contact for me is everything. I think a way a guy looks at you is super telling. If he can hold eye contact, I think that's really strong. And I think that, he has like a humble, chill way that like, even if I don't give him attention, he's cool with it. He's not an asshole. He's nice about it. But, and I think he knows how to make conversation out of nothing and be funny about it. I think humor is very important, and not everybody has that skill naturally. So.
All right. So Eden, same question as last time.
Yeah. Would I go on a second date? Probably not. I think for similar reasons as the first guy.
Yeah, I have the same feedback for you, honestly, that I had for the previous guy with one additional thing. So exactly the same thing. You can banter, you can have a conversation. You didn't say anything weird. It never got awkward, but there was absolutely zero sexual tension or flirting. It was extremely platonic conversation. And, in terms of making it sexual, it's the same exact thing as I said for, the previous guy. The one other thing that, one other recommendation I would have, and again, this is, this people may be like, what the fuck, dude? How could you say that? But if my goal is
TRT max?
What?
TRT maxing? Or
no.
Okay.
Accent removal and speech training. Your accent, especially if you're going for white girls, is going to hold you back to some extent. It's not just the fact that you have an Indian accent; it's the fact that you have an Indian accent and your voice is very soft. So if you just had the accent, it would be fine. If your voice was soft, you could probably get away with it. But it's that combination. So I think just speech training would be a very good investment for a few months. I think that could really help you. But just to give you some examples, like when she was like, I'm trying to keep it PG, I might have said something like, "Ooh, well, let's go to PG-13 at least," right? Something like that. Or when a girl asks you what's the spontaneous thing that you've done, you can playfully troll her. So I'll be like, "Ooh, so one night I was stripping at a strip club and these cougars got a little handsy," right? You can just have some fun with it and start trolling a little bit, and then give her the real answer. So that's my feedback.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Yep.
Do you have anything to add, Eden?
I think you hit the nail on the head with everything pretty much. Again, I think these are very typical stories, like the spontaneous thing that you went to New York. I think it's cool that you did it on your own and mad respect to you. But at the same time, it wasn't exciting, right? And I didn't give you much either because I wouldn't share the most actual spontaneous thing I've ever done. right off the bat. So I think that question's a hit or miss with specific girls. Like for another girl, it might have worked. For me, it's just not my jive at the beginning. So I think read her vibe and read her personality, and then kind of gauge whether or not these questions would give you any sort of result or any form of conversation that's worthwhile. Yeah, but I do think just figure out how to, find conversation starters that you can always use and kind of keep in the back of your mind when things go flat.
Okay,
Cool.
that works. Also, Alex.
Xavier, I actually got that last time. Very sweet. Thank you.
Cool.
So Alex, just a minute. So I've been on like 4 speed dates till now. Do you feel like I'm improving, or do you feel like?
Honestly, no, I don't think you are. You're not getting worse, but I don't really see any improvement. I mean, again, I have to go back and watch your previous ones because I'm just going off like memory. Maybe there's a little bit of improvement but like in terms of like drastic improvement that like I would remember, no, I don't see any. If I'm being honest.
Okay.
But don't beat yourself up about that. Sometimes this shit takes a long ass time. It took me years to get good at games. So.
Okay. Yep. Thanks a lot. See ya. Bye, Alex. Bye, Eden.
Bye,
buddy.
Sid.
Take care. All right, we got Sarah the Raging Tomato coming in.
Hello.
What's up? Sarah looks like she saw a ghost. Or she's like lagging, or she saw a ghost. Either or. Sarah, are you there?
Nope, there you are. Sorry, I was switching over to your pods and took them out because it like froze up everything. Sorry.
You had a look on your face like you saw like a ghost or something.
I was getting mad at my phone for a second.
Do you guys, Sarah, have you met Eden yet?
I've seen her. I think I came on at one point. I think she might have had to go, or maybe it wasn't her, but I have seen her.
It's nice to meet you, Sarah.
You as well. I always think you're just so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So are you.
Oh, maybe you two can go on a speed date.
Oh, shut up.
We might.
Alex, good news. I tried out that Hitachi one, by the way.
Oh, finally, like 5 months later.
I know, seriously. I'm a busy girl.
Thoughts?
5 stars. That rocket launcher set me off in a total of 5 seconds. It was a done deal.
Yeah, so I have to give a little context, Eden, for anyone who's like a real regular on the channel, I sometimes mail them a sex doll.
You sorry?
So for girls who are like a regular on the channel, like sometimes I mail them a sex toy as like a way to show my appreciation.
And why haven't I gotten mine?
Well, you've only been on here like 5 times. You have to be on at least 7 times.
Okay. I think I'm a veteran.
You're close, Eden. You're very close. Just 1 or 2 more times, and then you qualify. It's like a voucher system. You're very close.
Wait. Which one? I'll come on every single time.
It's the Hitachi Magic Wand.
There you go.
Okay, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add it to the treasure chest.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, cool. So thanks, Sarah, for jumping on last minute. Appreciate you. Let's bring on the next person. Taejong.
Hey, what's good, y'all?
Hello.
Just chilling, bro. So man. So who do you want to go on a date with?
Let's do Sarah. Let's get her warmed up. Let's do it.
Cool. I'll take me and Eden off for a few minutes. Let's see what you got, buddy.
How's it going, Sarah?
It's going well, Taejong. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'll be honest. I'm a bit exhausted. I just got back from the gym.
Yeah.
But I'm here. Gonna seduce you.
How long do you like to go to the gym for?
I stay there about a solid hour normally. An hour to an hour and a half. I like to get a good workout in.
Oh, yeah. Does it get you all pumped up and ready for your speed dates?
Most definitely. That's why I do it.
Oh, you were doing all of this just to prepare for me?
I was.
Oh.
I see. When I knew that you were coming on here, I just had to jump on. I had to prepare myself. But what about you, Sarah? You like to work out?
I actually went to the gym for the first time in a very long time last week. So I think I'll go again this Thursday night and try to get on I'll start with a 1 day. I'm not very good with the gym. I don't have a lot of fun in it. I had a personal trainer for a couple of years where we went through so many different routines to try to find my thing that I enjoy. And then we came down to boxing. And boxing was just the one that I loved. So she put the mitts on and I just go to town.
Shit, you can kick my ass then. Damn. So you box.
I got a good hook. I could say that.
Yeah. No, that's interesting because it definitely is a mental game, being consistent in the gym. So I feel that for sure. But yeah, I've always wanted to get into some martial arts, whether it's like kickboxing or maybe not taekwondo or karate, but some MMA type stuff.
Oh
You know,
yeah, that would be fun. I feel like the boxing is definitely more my speed, more my energy level, and it's like that rechanneling of your energy. I was a very happy. I was like never mad at anything when I was boxing because I would just like save it for the for the mitts. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
or
You seem like a very like I'll save my energy, and then just all at once, just
oh
go ham
yeah,
on
and
somebody.
it's Pound Town, 110%.
Pound town, pound
My
town.
trainer was like, "Does anybody else know that you have this like right hook?" And I'm like, "Not yet." She's like, "I
Shit's
hope they
crazy.
don't."
Shit,
But
so it's your secret
it
weapon.
got to a point she had to like take her mitts off and like shake her hands out. Like
Damn, Sarah, you got
I
to
was
go easy
proud of
on him.
myself. I was proud of it. At first I thought she was just kind of bluffing to make me feel like good, but like when she like her hand was just red and swollen, and I'm like, okay,
You
you're
got
not
the
lying.
hands. You got the hands, Sarah. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You'll have to teach me some of your moves on the first date.
Oh yeah, is that what we're gonna do on our first date? We'll go to the gym.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the ring.
Go get in the ring with
That'll be
me.
the first part. Yeah, yeah, a little sparring.
That might actually be kind of fun, you know.
Yeah,
Get that
I
little
mean,
like
as long as I win.
aggressive sexual flair going.
Yeah, sexual kickboxing. It'd be a first.
No,
I can see it.
I would totally be up for that.
Yeah, I think we should do that. We'll do some sexual kickboxing. But then afterwards, though, what are your mini golf skills looking like?
Mini golf?
Yeah, mini golf.
Gosh, the last time I did mini golf was in the summer, and I was so annoyed competitively. Like I was getting so pissed off that this guy was like kicking my ass in it. It was like mentally bothering me because normally I have pretty good mini golf skills. Like usually, when I take the kids, I always tend to win. I don't know.
I'll be
But
the judge of that. Okay, if you have skills or not. Let's see. Me and you won't get along because I'm pretty competitive as well.
well, I actually think if the other person is just as competitive and has more fun with it that way as well, I think you do get along better. The thing that was bothering me was he was so ho hum about it,
Talking
and
shit.
yeah, like, well,
Yeah.
not even talking shit, but he was just so ho hum about it, like, gloop, you know, just one after another, and just,
Yeah.
but well, then we went and played air hockey, and I annihilated him. See, it's the power, with the
The
hands.
technique,
Like,
I know what you're
like
talking about.
I've got powerful hands, so when it comes to something that needs oomph behind it, I'd like you're done, you're toast.
Damn. I haven't played air hockey in like years, legit. Because they're
Well,
sorry.
secret behind that, I take my son usually every Friday, every other Friday, and we go play air hockey at the arcade. And
Yeah,
I mean, he's 7, so I try to take it easy, but I do get good practice.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
All right, Sarah. So same question as always. Would you go on a date with Taejong?
I absolutely would.
Would it be a romantic or platonic date?
I think it would be romantic. I think it would be really fun.
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Let's go.
Sally.
That's a W, Alex. That's a W.
That is a W, buddy. Yeah. So here's the feedback I have for you. I do think you're getting better. I remember the
Okay.
first time you came along where you just like ran out of things to say and was like, So you've definitely come a long way since then.
Yeah.
I think you can still improve on building sexual tension and flirting more. I think you can slow things down a little bit and be a bit more playful. When she, for example, when she was like, "Oh, do you go to the gym for me?" I'd be like, "Yes, Sarah. I want to get real pumped up for our date, right?" And you can just like kind of slow that down. Or when she was talking about Pound Town, I've been like, "Oh, perfect. I've always been a big fan of Pound Town, so you can make a sexual innuendo there." So yeah, there's like missed opportunities like that to add more sexual tension and be more playful. But yeah, I'll let the girls give more feedback. That's basically all I have.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Sarah, do you want to go?
Oh, I was gonna allow you, but no, I thought it was a really pleasant conversation. To me, you hit all the marks. I think, honestly, Alex, because I did bring up kids at some point, I think the sexualization did have to kind of settle down a little bit, because that mixed into the same conversation is not a good combination. But he did take the cue with the, boxing, going into the ring and going with that. I felt like we had a lot of common denominators, things of interest. I had a really great conversation. I really complaints.
I have to say, Sarah, you are probably the best person to go on a date with. You are just wonderful with creating conversation as well. So, Mister, you had it easy, in my opinion. I'm gonna call it like I see it. I think that she's a great person to have a conversation with, and I loved your personality. You really showed it, and I think a lot of guys should take the hint too. Like Sarah, what you showed was a great example too. You just went off on things, and you showed your personality, and you had fun with it, and you made things sexy. So this is a great example, I think, in general. I'm going to also say that there was like that personal trainer comment, and I was like, why didn't you take it, man? Like, you should have said, well, like, you had a personal trainer at one point, like, I could be your personal trainer. And it doesn't have to be super sexual. Like, it could have literally been like, listen, like, you don't have fun at the gym. Like, I'll make it fun for you. Like, I'll show you around, like, whatever, where do you work out, things like that. But I think the conversation was smooth regardless. I loved, and this is what I think a lot of guys should practice too. You change the conversation from gym, boxing, okay, it got like overkill at some point. And then you'd said, what are your skills in mini golf? Like, how do you feel? And I love that because it's like a quirky date idea, and it doesn't have to be mini golf, guys. It could be anything. But I love when a guy asks, not that we're going to do this, but how do you feel about this? Let her talk about it. Let her give you her feedback as to whether or not that's something she's even into. And most girls will obviously tell you a story about the time that they went to mini golf with this douchebag of a guy and blah, blah, blah. And it's just fun. And then you're like, okay, don't worry, I'm not him, or like, we'll do something else. And then you can change the topic again. That's amazing. So great. I loved it. I had fun watching you guys. I think you guys should go and, do your thing. Okay. Because you guys are perfect.
Yeah, you guys should go to Pound Town.
Go to Pound Town.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
Buddy. Thanks for coming on, man.
Taejong.
See you guys. Pleasure.
Nice.
Have a good night, bro. All right, let's bring on PED. What's up, dude?
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. So, who do you want to go on a date with? Or you want to do
Let's
both?
go with Eden.
What?
Let's go with Eden.
He didn't let you finish.
There's no hesitation there.
All right, I'm gonna take me and Sarah.
What's up, Eden?
Not much. What's your name? PED? Ped?
Yeah, like it's just Ped, not PED as in ped use. Yeah, I'm not like Alex. I'm natural. So, no, I picked you because you're really blunt, and I grew up in the Bay Area. That's a rare trait around these parts. So, I'm already a little turned on. Only a little bit though.
Because I'm blunt.
Because you're blunt, yeah. It's
like
refreshing.
it is. Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, you still have work to do to fully seduce me.
Oh, I have work to do.
Yeah. I have high standards, so.
And so do I. And I think that you have to impress me because you said you like it blunt, so I'm already 1-0.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard you like boys with long faces.
I never said that. I think people are saying that I have a long face.
Well, we both have long faces, so I guess maybe I can get a point off that.
Yeah, maybe.
And you know what they say about boys with long faces, right?
What do they say?
They also have long
arms.
Yeah, arms. So
yay!
Yeah.
Hey, size doesn't always matter.
No, definitely not.
If you watch my YouTube video, you'd know.
I know people always complain that it's too big, so I mean, maybe even a bit of reduction could help.
Why does every guy think that saying that is gonna get a girl excited? It doesn't.
I mean, it doesn't. No.
No.
It's work.
Who did it work on?
People I've slept with.
Okay.
Which area are you in?
Toronto in Canada.
Oh, Toronto's wow. You're like the polar opposite. Toronto is like super nice, easygoing, chill. sugarcoaty people, and you're on like the polar opposite of the spectrum.
Yes and no. Maybe that's why I don't like Toronto. You kind of brought up a good point. I don't really think people are that sugar-coated. We just have that rep of being nice. But in Toronto, it's like a city, you know? So people are on the go. People are dicks. Like, nobody's making eye contact. Everyone's like to themselves.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like it's not as dandy as it seems to be.
Yeah, I guess I've only been there one time, but the people I know who are from there really have that vibe. But I guess
Really?
the Bay kind of has that like really nice over-the-top sugar-coaty vibe.
I feel like every
So I
city
guess they
has a little
migrate.
bit.
No,
little bit of
definitely not.
everything.
Like
No?
New York, no, the Bay is really bad when it comes to that type of stuff.
Really?
New York is like polar op. Like New York, they'll just like ignore you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, New Yorkers will like a fucking homeless person will like spit in front of them, and they'll just be like, oh yeah, just another day in New York.
I
And
feel
then
like Toronto is just like a more subdued version of New York, though, to a degree.
really, oh, I didn't get that.
Toronto wishes it could be that. And I'm talking about Toronto is in the actual city, not outside of Toronto. A lot of people call themselves Toronto when they're not in Toronto. They're outside of Toronto. So it's a little bit different. Suburbia is extremely different. It's night and day, in my opinion. But
Oh,
it's the
that's
same
really
mentality.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't get that impression at all. It's just, but yeah, I guess.
You just know
Things are-
people. You've never been here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been there once
Mm.
when I was like 17, but all the people I know from there seem to have that vibe. Yeah,
What were you doing here at 17?
I have family, so
In
just visiting
Toronto?
them. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
No way. Where in
I-
Toronto? Do you know?
No idea.
Downtown, midtown, like
I think, but yeah, I have no idea.
no idea.
But yeah, I haven't been back to Canada since then, so
You're
yeah,
not missing
I don't know
out.
what to say. Really, Canada's quite nice. I mean, it's
Yeah.
clean, and for me, that's all that matters. Like cleanliness is a huge thing. It's hard to find a clean city anywhere in the States. So
It's true, but it's gotten worse here. It's
Uh,
yeah.
maybe like
I'm-
Vancouver, but Toronto's. I thought it wasn't that bad. At least from what I remember, it's pretty clean.
I guess you'll have to come and see for yourself.
All right. So, Eden, same question as always. Would you go on a date with PD?
No, I felt kind of, and I think you have a cool personality. I just think you came on a little bit like with a facade because like I feel like I can read kind of through you a little bit, but
Ian, he has a humongous schlong.
That's like, I don't understand. When a guy tells me that, I'm like, I know you have a small penis. And I'm not saying you do, but like when a guy says that, I'm like, it's very small penis energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, a guy with a big dick will never talk about.
I didn't know that was a thing. Guys said a lot. I literally just thought of it. I was trying to think
I'm-
of something sexual, but I didn't know that's like you've run into that so
yeah.
often. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So just be aware of that. Like making like penis jokes at the beginning, not cool unless like I provoke it and I start, and then you can like play into that. Because that me telling you or me making like a little suggestive comment shows you that I'm okay with these types of jokes. Right off the bat, play it safe. Don't do that. Feel her out first. I think it's the same theme I've been saying. And then I think like we didn't have much to talk about. It was boring. We're talking about Toronto over and over again. You should have at one point, in my opinion, found something else to like divert to, because I mean, we could talk about how shitty Toronto is, and then you say, well, no, I didn't think that, for like an hour, and it's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
And
No, I
yeah,
agree.
there was no sexual tension, and there was nothing that made me interested in you. So I just think to work on that and to try and build a connection and not throw me off at the beginning. Because here's the thing. That's why I always tell guys to start off slow and build. And then when you build and you test something and it doesn't go as planned, you can still go back down and work up. But when you start off blazing guns with dick jokes, you really can't come back from that. You know what I mean? It's a lot harder. So ease in, right? Play it safer so that you don't like destroy the whole mood of the date. And then I'm like this guy's weird. You know what I mean? Nothing personal, just straight up. I'm telling you like it is, like you like. So.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wrote down three things. Number one, it started off strong, almost too strong, but then it got boring. So typically the conversation should escalate. Yours went in the opposite direction. So it's like the opposite of the direction it should go in. Number two is what I mentioned, I think the first time you went on, is like the Valley Girl voice. I would work on that. Just by like...
Is there any way to fix it other than TRT?
Yeah. I don't think TRT is actually what you need. I think it has more to do with up talk versus down talk. So basically, when you talk, I've noticed the vast majority of the time, you ended off on a high note, right? It's like you're asking, it's like, so Eden, do you want to go to New York with me, right? Versus down talk would be like, so Eden, do you want to go to New York with me, right? So it's the inflection. That's really what you got to pay attention to. Instead of inflecting up, you inflect downwards. But yeah, I think that can be fixed without TRT. And I think the big take thing got a bit weird. I typically go in the other direction and make a joke that's like too small, but even that is not like a conversation thread I would bring up. But if I am going to make a dick joke, I typically go in the other direction. I'd be like, oh yeah, I know. I mean, like, I have like a 1 inch or so. What would I know? Like I'm a little bit more self-deprecating, but yeah, typically I would avoid the whole dick topic, at least that early on. Do you have anything to add to that, Sarah?
No, I think you guys actually hit the points pretty good. Eden's a very intelligent young lady, so I'll stand behind what she said on that one. It's pretty good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But yeah, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Cool.
See you in the next
guys.
one. All right.
Fine. I just got water in my eye. Guys, don't make a sex joke.
That's not the only thing Eden got in her eye. Oh. What's up?
Hey there, could I come in next? I had to switch places.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought he just did a line of coke. He was like sniffling. Let's bring on Purple Jester. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, Alex?
What's going on, Crispy?
Shit, man, not a whole lot, man. Having a wonderful night. How about yourself?
Oh, just chilling. So who do you want to go on a date with? Or you want to do both girls? What are you thinking?
I'd actually like a second chance at Sarah.
Okay. Cool. I'll take me and Eden off then.
Purple Jester, how have you been?
Oh, I've been doing wonderful, Sarah. How about yourself?
I'm good. I was actually thinking of you the other day. I forget what I was watching another speed date, and I just randomly had thought of you in our first speed date. Well, I wonder what he's gonna do.
Flattering me. I tell you, I gotta be persistent. I love the personality. I love the conversation we had last time.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been new in your life so far?
Well, it's a new year. I didn't really do anything big for the holidays. I guess nothing really. I feel like I'm really boring the last couple months because I've just been YouTubing the crap out of everything. So
Oh, gotta get some time to chillax. So no meditations, no positive things, just work.
yeah, it's been a rough kind of like busy couple months.
Right.
And just trying to keep up, like late nights, early mornings, and just walking around. Like, 'cause I will say Sunday, I slept in, like I catnapped all day. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. Like I had no kids that day. And I'm just like, I'm going to lay right here and just let the Netflix run its course.
Oh, Netflix, huh?
I mean, I don't even know what I watched or if I watched it, but it was on in the background.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I know you're into like water sports and activities like that. With the cold weather, like, I know you travel down. Have you thought about like going to the Wolf's Lodge at all?
Like Great Wolf Lodge?
Yes.
Actually, I was just looking at Kalahari, which is up in Poconos, for a little like weekend escape. I kind of like Kalahari better than Great Wolf. Like I've done both, and Kalahari just seems like a notch higher. Like you're getting a lot more value, and it just feels a little, I don't know, it feels a little better. But they are actually bringing a brand new Great Wolf Lodge, like 30, 45 minutes away at most. I think that comes in next summer. So that'll be a nice little go-to without having to stay the night, take the kids there for a day.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I was trying to see about enticing you to come down to Williamsburg.
Williamsburg. Oh, Williamsburg's beautiful. I've been down there before. Is that where you're at right now?
No, I'm actually in Arlington right now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like the hallway kind of reminds me of the resort hallways, like the
No, No, I work out of town a lot, so I'm out in Arlington right now working, finishing up a project.
Nice.
Got,
Yeah, no, I love
got,
Arlington. I spent some time down there. Like I used to work down at Reagan National. I bartended down there, and it's a fun little area to go out and around.
All right, Sarah, same question as always. Would you go on a date with Purple Jester?
Purple Jester. I was hoping for a little more bang for my buck this round, bud.
no. I swear that timer just ticks out quick.
It goes quick. I don't know. I think kind of maybe the same as last time. Like the conversation was pleasant, but it wasn't anything of, I mean, I know you did ask, like I want to intrigue you to come to Williamsburg, but it's like Williamsburg isn't something that's necessarily like enticing to go to. It's more, like maybe New York City or like, a resort on a beach somewhere might have been a little more enticing, but like Great Wolf Lodge is more of like a family oriented type of thing. Williamsburg's very family oriented, wouldn't be a romantic getaway by any means.
I think the biggest thing is, again, the conversation was extremely platonic. There was no sexual tension, no flirting. It was a purely platonic conversation. So that's the main issue.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it was, as always, it's always so pleasant talking to you. I always enjoy it.
Yeah, pleasant is good, but pleasant doesn't get you laid.
Correct.
But pleasant, yeah. So yeah, so I would say, kind of work on the sexual tension and flirting, and then you'll be there.
All right.
Cool. Eden, do you have anything to add?
Not too much. I think your audio sucks, buddy. Like it was echoing. I had a hard time understanding anything you were saying. So I don't know what hallway you're sitting in, but let's not do that next time. I also think that the conversation was a little bit boring again. Like show me your personality, like come in with something a little bit different. Instead of like, oh, visit me. I think that that's like been done and over with, especially if you guys are meeting people on like Hinge or dating apps. Like come visit me, you visit me. Why would I come visit you? Like show me who you are first, and then we can talk about making plans. Future projections don't work if there's no click. You know what I mean? So hook her first and then talk about visiting each other as like a final end note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, buddy.
All right, y'all have a wonderful evening.
Take care.
Bye, Purple
Take
Jester.
care.
All right, let's bring on Prince O, the man of the hour. What's up, dude?
Ooh, Prince O.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hello.
It's been a minute. How you been?
Man, I've been good. I can't complain. You?
Same old. But yeah, so who do you want to go on a date with? Or you want to do both? What are you thinking?
Doing salsa tonight, so tomatoes. Sarah.
You go with Sarah?
Salsa.
All right, cool. I'll take me and
Tomatoes
Eden
in my
off.
salsa. All right.
Prince
So Sarah,
O.
how you been?
Pretty good. I finally have you all to myself this round. I think I've only been on double dates with you.
I had to give you something special tonight, but I'm actually mad at you right now.
What did I do?
I was listening to our last conversation. You said maybe New York or a beach, that'd be a romantic getaway, but you did not say DC, so I'm upset with you.
I do like DC, but you and I both live so close. It's not really like a getaway for us. It's more like a night out with the friends and stuff. It's too common.
But New York would be a getaway?
Yeah, it's like what, 2.5 hours for me, 3 at the most. I used to go up to New York every January actually, to the Blue Note to see Chris Bodie. He's a trumpet player, and it was like my favorite highlight of the year was to do New York for a weekend.
I didn't know that you like trumpets. That's interesting.
Yeah, a friend of mine is like friends with the manager of Chris Boat or whatever. So we always end up on VIP. We're like front row tables. It's always a fun deal. This year and last year I didn't get to go, so I was kind of sad. But I mean, I like all sorts of music. I can't discriminate against any type of music except for like the heavy metal crazy shit. Sometimes I don't know. I could go for some Slipknot every once in a while, but otherwise, like I can sit and enjoy music of any sorts.
Oh wow! What about? Did you listen to Linkin Park growing up?
Linkin Park. Oh my gosh, that's like you're going old school. The Blink-182, Dashboard Confessionals, Yellow Card. What is it? Taking Back Sunday. Like you can go down the whole list of some 41.
I can't complain. Yeah, nah, that's those are some of the songs I always hit bars, but those are always like classic songs, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how'd you get Raging Tomato?
Well, I was dubbed it by the lovely Hormaxter. I don't know if you know who he is. But he came on, I think it was on this stream actually. He like came on and was like hollering or something, complaining. He's like, "Oh yeah, that little duplicitous like raging tomato. She's a toxic tomato." Because my face got red all the time until I started like actually putting makeup on before I got on. I realized like, oh, if I put makeup on, I'm not as red. But I was always red. So he told me I was a tomato, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna roll with this one. So now I'm the raging tomato.
Is it because you were nervous? Were you nervous talking to Hormaxer?
No, I naturally get red. And I think the lighting down here, because I actually have like orange, like a, I don't know, like a neutral orangey color wall. So I think that doesn't help me any either. But I have just naturally like I'm white with pink blushing cheeks, you know. So
With blonde hair.
with blonde hair, light eyes. It's like I was dubbed to be red for the rest of my life.
I'm not complaining. I like what I see. So I'm not complaining. What you have planned this weekend? Should be a 3-day
weekend. Oh yeah. I don't know. I'll probably get some. I have my own channel, like the Raging Tomato channel, so I need to catch up and get some more videos made out for that. I did go out last Saturday night and of course spent all Sunday recovering. So I don't know if I'll do something like that again, but
Tequila night?
huh?
Tequila night?
Oh God, no, I don't tequila. That's a blackout night. No, I had some Prosecco before I left the house, and then I got there and my bartenders know me. And like once I start asking for shots, like it gets to the point where somebody better cut me off.
I mean, it sounds like you're the life of the party. I can't lie.
I try. I went there. I go to the bar by myself, but it's kind of like the neighborhood watering hole. So once I get there, like I eventually either make new friends or run into people I might know, and I bartended in the area for a little bit as well on the weekends. So I know a lot of people through that.
So what's your specialty drink? I need you to make me something one day.
Oh, there's the Serge special. It's with cognac. Yeah. And then what's the oh God, it's been so long. Not triple sec, but the it's the top shelf version of it's the orange. Oh, what is it called? Oh my God, it's an orange liqueur. But anyways, it's that cognac and a little bit of like a Sprite soda water mix, just to kind of like give some bubbles to it and give that a little shaking. Pour it in a martini glass, and there you go. It's also known as a sidecar, but I make mine with just that little variation with the splash of soda Sprite.
I'm actually shocked. I thought you were going to say espresso martini, because that's the type of vibe I was getting.
Now, I am a martini specialist, okay? Whenever I bartended, like people came to me to make their martinis because they're beautiful and they're great and they're perfect. That's the one thing I honed in on for sure.
She's a martini specialist. All right, Sarah, would you go on a date with Prince?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I always have such great conversations with him. He's always so good to look at, and he's, yeah, I would.
Platonic or romantic?
I think it'd be romantic, or probably more sexual.
Okay, there we go. All right, you got the W there. The one piece of feedback I would have is I think you always do good, but I think you could still add more sexual tension to your combo. There was some sexual tension there. I think you could increase that. But yeah, that would be like the only piece of feedback I would have. Oh, and the microphone was cutting in and out.
It was. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Wow. That is horrible.
It's
I didn't know that.
I was watching your big, beautiful lips, so I could still see what you were saying.
All right, perfect. I'm going to have better audio next time. Thanks for having me on, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Take care.
All right, peace.
He did not want to hear what I had to say.
I know. I was so confused. Well, what were you going to say? Just you can say it now.
No. It's funny because I went on a date with him whenever. I think it was like a double date or something. And so he like avoids me like the plague. And I love it.
Really?
Anyways, he saw me. He's like, yeah, no. No, I was actually going to compliment him. So I guess his loss. I was going to say that I love when a guy starts or when he has a conversation with you. Let's say he's been texting you for a minute and then you meet up. I love when a guy is teasy but not sexual. So he's like, I'm upset with you. And then you're like, what are you upset with me with? And then he tells you, like, I don't know, you guys have like an inside joke or something about visiting. I think that works as a really cute tease. So I think, guys, this is something I normally tell guys not to write anything down, but I think this is something that you could definitely use. And it usually works on a lot of girls, is like, I'm upset with you. And it's like, about what? Something stupid, but it can be cute. And it's like a nice teasing thing. Like, I'll make it up to you or whatever. Kind of opens the gate for that. So I love that. And then when you were talking about where the Raging Tomato came from, he kind of complimented you, but I feel like he could have been like, oh, I find that so cute. Like, you know, I love a good Raging Tomato, just something more sexual to heighten that moment and then maybe transition it into something a little bit more romantic down the line. But overall, I think he did a good job. I think it kind of died down towards the end a little bit. Sarah, I don't know if you could agree with me on that, but that's what I felt. But yeah, I think he did a good job. I don't know why he's so scared of me. Come back, mister.
All right, cool. Let's bring on, we got actually someone who want to go on a date with you, Eden. Jake.
There she is
Oh
again. My God. Wait, can you guys hear me okay? Because I know I'm in the car.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And by the way, Sarah, no knock on you. I just have unfinished business.
Oh,
with,
it's okay. You go finish it, young man.
All right, I'm gonna take me and Sarah.
Oh my God. Hi, Jake.
How are you doing? How's my favorite Canadian Grinch doing?
Grinch, I love it. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, but I'm actually looking at the back of your wall, and I'm super confused. Why is your Christmas tree still up?
Because I'm Jewish, so it doesn't really count. It's like decor. You know, just get over it, you know?
Wait, are you one of those girls that leaves it up until like the end of January?
This is my first tree ever in my whole life, so let me have it. I got it really late, to be honest. So.
Would you get it like Christmas Eve day?
Correct.
You're kidding me, really?
No, I'm actually serious.
That's wild. Well, how did your dog not take it out yet?
So I've guarded it off with some, it's not there anymore, so she's doing well, but I had to put like a plant pot, big one, so that she would be scared to go there.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What about New Year's? Did you looked like you were getting a little wild.
Oh, you saw. Yeah, we had a really fun time. It was supposed to be me and just my best friend. We canceled all plans because I hate New Year's and the fucking mess and getting dressed and going out and like Ubering and it's freezing and whatever. So we decided just me, her, sushi platter, drinks, and we're going to go to bed at a decent time. That didn't happen. We started getting like phone calls in from the stragglers that didn't know what they were doing or didn't know what to do. What are you doing, Eden? Like, what are you doing? You know, and I'm like, well, I have an open door policy. If you guys want to come. If not, like, I don't have this place set up for a party. We stayed up till 11 a.m. With a bunch of people coming in and out. It was not really like what I usually do. So it was fun.
You just gave me like 6 that's what she said jokes, but I'm not going to do it because I got a little more class than that.
You're mature.
No, I'm just messing around. But all right, tell me about resolutions. Did you make any? This is important.
Is it really important to you?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. I feel like New Year, same shit. You know what I mean? I make resolutions throughout the year. I think that's a little bit smarter than doing it like January with everybody else. I feel like it's a lot of pressure. I just think I'm going to do more traveling. I said that last year and towards the end of the year. So it will be my goal. I would say that that's kind of my goal, maybe not a resolution, but
yeah. Speaking of that, then I got a bone to pick with you.
I know you do. And I can't believe we're doing this live.
I specifically DM'd Alex and I said, I gotta take a shot at this because we got to get you to Boston.
We got to get you to Toronto. We had this fight before, so.
I know. It's like we're star-crossed lovers.
I just don't understand why you don't want to come to Toronto. I'm a girl. I'm going to go on a plane to some man I've never met. It's a little bit weird now.
Well, you've met me twice now.
Online.
Fair point. You know, you haven't really pitched Toronto in a way that makes me want to go there because every time I hear you talk about it, you're like, fuck this place. I got to get out of here.
Well, yeah. But if we want to meet, we have to meet somewhere where I feel comfortable, I feel like, you know?
Okay, well then I've got to do some research then, because I don't know the romantic spots, like the sexy. I just came from the Chata class, right? I don't know where that is in Toronto. You know, how am I going to get my hands all over those tattoos?
Oh my God. You've got to earn the bachata privileges, mister. So
Bachata is fun. We can start with a little samba though. You do samba too, or just bachata?
I do a little bit of everything. I did ballroom for a long time. I was a competitive dancer, so I did a little bit of that. I'm not amazing because I didn't really compete with that, but I did it to qualify for competition. So yeah.
Wait, you said you're not amazing, but you used to compete.
No, I competed in dance, but you have to qualify for competition by doing other dances to be a well-rounded dancer, right? So I did ballroom because I had to. Did I love it? Meh. I like salsa. I like to do my own thing. Am I like really good with the partner situation? Not the best. I'm a freestyler, you know, hip hop dancer.
Well, I don't think you've got the right partner yet. You've got one in Boston that might have to change that for you.
Okay, I guess we'll have to see.
All right. So same question as always, Eden. Would you go on a date with Jake?
Fuck you, Jake. I would.
All right, here we go. Second guess.
We'll have to sort the details out. Toronto's getting more.
The one thing about this guy is he doesn't give up. He knows what to say. I have nothing bad to say about you, Jake. Yet again, I think you just have a good personality. Your laugh is wonderful. It breaks up the awkward transitions. And yeah, you don't give up, which I love. So good job.
Persistence is pretty sexy, right?
So sexy.
Right. All right, awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna be on for the when we do the breakdown or whatever. Okay, I'll be there.
We'll see you then. All right, man.
Bye, Jake.
That was
All
cute.
right.
Just so you guys know, there's people in the comments that are asking what the deal is with Jake. After me and my boyfriend broke up, he immediately slid into my DMs and was like, "I've been waiting for this moment my whole life." And he went on a date with me before on here, so he's been like keeping close tabs on me. He's a sweetheart.
How did he know?
I made it pretty public. So,
okay.
yeah. So then he was like, "Okay, well, I'm coming to Toronto, or you're coming to Boston," and so that's. Some background for you guys.
That's determination. If you don't mind me asking, why did you guys break up?
He did something not so good. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring on the next person. Ron, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Can you hear me just fine?
Yeah, we can hear.
All right, great, awesome.
Cool.
Been wanting to do one of these for like a minute now, man.
Well, here's your chance, man. So who do you want to go? Genuinely duplicitous. Who do you want to go on a date with?
Eden.
Eden.
Sorry,
cool.
Sarah. You look beautiful, but
that's okay. I would pick
thing,
her too, quite honestly.
All right, I'm gonna take me and Sarah off.
All right, awesome. Hi, Eden. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ron.
Yeah, that's what my friends call me. I guess it came from like the Jersey Shore. You remember Ronnie?
Yes,
They called me like Ron Juice, and then they just cut it to just Ron. So I take it you do a lot of these. Like I haven't been really paying attention because I'm sort of working here. Haven't seen too many of these. Are we supposed to be breaking the fourth wall? Like, are we supposed to be role playing? I'm not sure. What's the protocol?
Yeah,
here?
I mean, if you're into dressing up, by all means, go get your costume.
Okay, yeah. All right, look, let's pretend we matched on like Tinder.
Okay, Tinder.
Yeah. Oh, well, is that not what you use? Okay, Bumble.
Hinge. Let's go with Hinge.
No, Hinge is too much effort. Like I have to put so much thought into it. Like after 5 like really thought out messages, I'm like, fuck this. Like let me go back to Tinder, just swiping.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Tinder. It's just like a fucking app, right? It's just like a hey, what are you doing tonight? You know, and then some
I
bot
guess.
responds. You know.
And then I'm like, yeah, this is like I hit it out of the park. It's a great fucking message. And then no response. I'm like, well, fuck you, you know? Like, at least I did the homework. Like,
we get it too. Like the girls get it too. Trust me. You match and then nothing. You know, it's just they're going through their roster. Like that's what I think. They have to go through their roster until they're bored and then like, okay, what other matches do I have? You know, that's what it feels like. So,
yeah, you would definitely be like someone I'd swipe right to. Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah.
Thank you.
Why does it say? Or, I mean, I'm sorry if I ask questions that
It's
others
okay.
have already asked.
No.
What's up with the erotic the brand thing there?
So I have a YouTube channel called E-Rotic, the brand. I'm a dating and sex coach. So
okay. Oh, hey, I'll check out your channel and see what that's all about.
All right.
Do you ever come down to Miami?
I actually have family in Florida, not in Miami, but I have gone down to Miami, not as often as I'd like. And I have a friend there, so maybe I'll visit this year.
Yeah, come down, hang out with us. I know
You
Alex.
live in Miami?
Yeah, Miami boy. Born
wow.
and raised there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just got into like the whole dating scene. I've always been like a long-term guy, but this like the first time that I'm like, all right, let me not jump into anything too serious. Let me try to date around, and I guess I do pretty well for myself. I mean, in cold approaches. And then I was like, all right, let me try this Tinder thing. And I sucked at it. And I discovered Alex. And I was like, all right, let me follow this guy's rules. And it's like night and day. It was like, okay, yeah, great.
So
awesome.
you've seen results on Tinder now? You're a pro?
I do, yeah. Like, I didn't want to do like the shirtless T-shirt thing. I was like, that's too douchey. Girls are going to be like, what a fucking prick.
Yeah.
But, hey, the results don't lie. They want to see that, in Miami, superficial and stuff like that. So what happened to your
your audience?
I picked up that something happened, like cheated on you, basically, right?
We don't need to talk about my
All right,
ex.
yeah. Let's not get into that.
We don't need to get into that. Yeah.
So whenever you're in Miami, hit me up. I'll take you out, show you around town.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
What would you swipe right on me, actually?
Well, I don't know what you said. You have shirtless photos. I don't swipe right on shirtless photo guys. To be honest with you.
Fuck.
Even if you're hot, I don't know.
If you're gonna be on Hinge, it's a totally different profile there. So
Hinge, it's like, and then you've got the whole Hinge thing with like, I'm holding a fish, I'm holding a dog, I'm holding my mom. I'm such a wholesome guy. Like, and I can read through that shit too. So listen, the dating app game is a hit or miss. There's no like secret sauce to it. It's just, you got to be good with the slide-ins at the end of the day and shooting your shot,
Yeah, for a while I thought like, oh fuck, like maybe I look terrible in pictures, like
no, you're a cute guy.
I always felt like I did really well, like just cold approaching girls. Like all my friends are like, it's because you're fucking tall. I'm like, no, it's just that. Oh.
There we go. Time flies. All right, Eden.
Shit. Yeah.
Would you go on a date with Ron?
Something about him makes me want to say yes. I think that the date could have gone better. But I think that it was easy to have a conversation with you. I think that you have this interesting quirkiness to you. Yeah, I felt good about it. And
all right.
Yeah.
Honestly, would it be a romantic or platonic date?
It could probably go either way. So I think that I would hope that it would go romantically, but based off of our conversations, I couldn't really feel it out because it was quite base level. And yeah, so I do think it could have been platonic.
Alex, I was just warming up, man. I was
exactly
just getting here, dude. I was like, oh, this is my moment, and then you just jumped in, dude.
Well, I actually feel like, if I'm being honest, I feel like you started off strong, but then it went downhill a little bit. I don't feel like it was getting better. I feel like it started off good, then it got a little worse. So you have like a fun vibe, that's good.
How would you say it got worse? Like,
well, I'm about to explain that. So I do think you got to set up your camera first. That's the first thing.
Oh, dude, this is through an iPad. Like, I
don't know. Well, do what you're doing right now. So turn around and actually look at it instead of like doing this downwards.
Oh, yeah,
so just position it in front of you. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing. So what you're doing right now is better. I think really it went downhill is when you start talking about pickup. You start talking about your Tinder profile. You start asking her to swipe right on you. That comes off a little insecure. Is when you basically, it turned into like a dating consultation. Like it went from being a date to being like a coaching call.
Maybe once I asked her like, what's up with the name? I was like, oh, let me pick her brain. I don't know.
Yeah, but it just felt like it went from like a date to a coaching call. That's kind of
I feel you. So how would I have saved this one like quick date? Like what would you have done like differently?
Well, I wouldn't ask her like dating questions. I wouldn't ask her for dating advice. I would just keep doing what you were doing in the beginning.
Even if you found out that was like the stuff they're
So like when I go on dates, right? Guys ask me what I do, and I hate saying that I'm a dating and sex coach because I know that if we have something good going and the conversation is good, that this is what's going to kill it. Because a lot of them then start asking me, well, how am I doing, or like whatever. I'm like, fuck off. I leave work at home, and I'm trying to date you, and it's different when it comes to that. So instead, what you could have said was like, oh, that's great. Like, so. I mean, I'm sure guys probably ask you all the time these stupid questions on dates. Like, how does it, do you feel pressure that way? Like, just whatever, something total off topic, not about you. You could ask me about my career and, do you get weird emails or like funny stories or like whatever, rather than now critique me, because you're not paying me to do that. So I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about it like this. You go on a date with a dentist and she tells you she's a dentist and you're like, oh,
and I'm like,
how's my fucking periodontal disease?
I mean, but it's so rare to like meet someone in her like field, like it's super fucking rare. So I'm like, that's super interesting. Like, so it must be really hard for like any guy to like steer away from that.
It's doable. It's doable. All right.
Well, thanks, guys. This was fun.
Wait, hold up. There might be more feedback. Sarah, do you have anything to add?
Sarah. Yeah, please.
So, Alex, you kind of took the words out of my mouth about bringing up the dating critique concept, but it also, to add on to that, it also kind of felt like you were downplaying yourself, and not in a good way. Like it was kind of like you weren't very positive thinking towards yourself. And so if a guy starts talking negatively about himself, I usually am like, oh, that's toxic. I'm going to stay away from that. Like I'd say, make sure you just stay more positive. It's okay to be funny with something negative, but it wasn't necessarily like a comical thing that you were saying about yourself. It was just like, oh, well, I'm this, I'm that,
I don't know. I always thought like the self-deprecating humor thing, it's just like in my nature. It's almost
if it was like done more playfully, like Alex said it earlier, like, oh, I mean, I'm a 1-inch dick, but like whatever, like, that would be funny. But like, to me, it felt like you were genuinely like downplaying yourself. And I don't think you should do that to yourself. I think you should at least upplay in some form or manner, or, like be more positive or more playful with it.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, and just keep dating like stories and app shit to yourself, and then don't ask the girl about her ex on the first date. Wait for a few dates in when that conversation needs to happen.
You're right.
Yeah, but besides that, I think that you have something good going. Keep practicing. I think you'll be good. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Good job, Ron.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Everything I do. Let's bring on the next guy. We got this dude. Yo, what's up, buddy?
Hey there. I had to finish my Coke line.
Cool. I'm glad you hopefully feeling fired up. Who do you want to go on a date with?
Yeah, I see you got a really nice show going on tonight. I wanted to make a little tweak. Is that okay?
Yeah, it depends on what it is. What do you want to do?
I wanted to have an interaction with both of them, and then have another interaction with one of my choosing.
I can do this. You can go with both of them because we have a full line of people. It wouldn't be fair, but if there's room at the end, then at the very end, if there's like if we have time, then you can go with another one.
Great. I think it's fair.
Cool. All right, you ready?
Ready. So, hey, both of you. First of all, I want to tell you, I'm not a native, as you may get to know. Does one of you understand Spanish?
I wish I did.
I could find a bathroom and maybe order a beer.
What?
In Spanish, like donde están el baños or something like that, and I could find a bathroom.
I was like, Sarah, you're going to the bathroom with the beer? Okay.
I could find a bathroom.
Crazy.
Cerveza, por favor.
Por favor. All right. So no wing girl for tonight. Okay.
Sorry.
Eden has already told us a bit of her background. I would like Sarah to step up a bit. tell us if you are a dating coach as well, and a bit of your ethnic background.
I am not a dating coach by any means. I'm just a veteran speed dater. Um, I cherish what Eden does. I give her a lot of credit because that's a very hard type of line to get into. So kudos to her on that one. My background, I am German, Irish, Scottish, and it's technically English, but it's Australian, like the Australians that got kicked out of England and like sent to Australia for whatever. So you could call it Australian or English. It could go either way. But yeah, that's my background.
So you're a bit of everything, like
I am a
the
bit of everything.
Duchess in what movie was it? Never mind. So there's some Irish in you.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be like you could be like my Roisin Dop. You know what it is?
No, I don't.
Oh damn! It's like the black rose. It's something. I think it's something from their folklore, maybe.
Oh, folklore, like
Yeah.
Irish folklore. I'll have to look that one up. Black Rose.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look that one up.
Okay. And what about you, Eden? I see Mittelman there. It's like you are a Canadian, but also German.
No, so I'm Israeli Russian. I have a bunch to me as well, but I was born in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool mix.
It's
We can make it
it's
work.
a dangerous mix. It's a spicy mix.
Spicy not, spicy yes. Whatever.
Where are you from?
I am from Bolivia. I have German and Italian. What could I say? Like background, maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm an Italian citizen also. Don't know how that happened. Yeah, a bit of everything, like Sarah, maybe. I don't know where the Araya comes from, if it's some Spanish last name or what, but I think it works. I like my name.
Sure.
As you might have seen, my eyes are very tired tonight. Streaming and book editing can be very, very harmful with all the lights and screens that implies. I think I see a bottle of wine behind you, Eden. Is that correct?
Those ones?
Next to the tree.
Yeah, empty bottles of wine.
And so you already drunk?
No, I didn't drink
Come on.
tonight. Everyone cleared me out on New Year's, so we use them as decor now.
Cleared you up.
Memorabilia.
What does that mean? Like,
all my friends that came here drank everything that I had.
so you're the host in your parties.
Accidentally, yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
We may have a little reunion at Eden's place. What do you think of that, Sarah?
I think that sounds fun.
You're all welcome.
If she's bringing the liquor, I'll show up.
As long as you guys decorate my tree. I have 2 ornaments and 2 New Year's crowns. So
fair enough.
Great. What's your type of liquor, Sarah?
Prosecco. I'm a champagne type of girl. I like the bubbles. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I've moved on. I surpassed beer, wine, liquor, went through all of those stages, and now I'm just like, I'll just stick with the bubbles. It's easy.
Okay, you're a bubbly girl.
Yes.
I enjoy tequila. I think that may be a problem between us.
Yes, tequila causes me to forget a lot.
You forget. Okay.
Instant blackout.
That could be in my favor. It depends.
What?
I don't know. Do you want me to not remember our night?
We should have a night first. and then find out.
And then find out if I want to forget. So if I start drinking tequila, I want to forget the night.
Yeah, red flag.
I don't know. I'm a bit. I'm bubbling myself a bit with language, but it's okay.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Eden, I want you to stop taking notes, please. A real date.
I came into the best part. All right, so you didn't like that one. All right, so let's start off one by one. So Eden, would you go on a date with Adrian?
No, I didn't find it. I wasn't sexually interested. There was no like connection that way, but I did find you extremely funny, which is just, and it's not, yes, your accent obviously makes things a little bit more comical in a way, I'm not going to lie, but at the same time too, if you didn't have the accent, I was trying to think as well. I think also you have that bit of like fun humor, like you'll say something quirky and funny, so I think it worked in your favor, and I think you have that.
So
probably,
I fit your type.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I think if I spoke Spanish, I would have enjoyed our conversation obviously a lot more. And I think I would have like potentially given you a shot in that sense if you could play a good game and made it a little bit more romantic and sexual to a degree. So that's what I have to say.
Sarah?
Right, thanks.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think the language barrier just was kind of in your way today, but I can sense the wittiness as well, and I think that humor type of piece, like you're gonna win more ladies over with that. And I think probably if you were speaking your own language to us, you would have been on point, on cue every time, and I think we would have had more time to get through it because there wouldn't have been the pausing, for you to try to figure out your words. But I'm very impressed for you to take on two ladies with a language barrier. Like, that's impressive.
Yeah, bravo.
No, would you or wouldn't you?
At this point, no. But again, I agree with Eden. I think if we didn't have that barrier, we would have it would have been a lot smoother and we would have gone through things better.
Well,
And
it would have been easier to actually figure out if we could, right?
Yes.
Like, I think that's what it is.
Yes.
You're both either making me blush or I should toss away my shaving cream.
Toss away your shaving cream. I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, I think language barrier is the toughest in this type of environment. So if you were in like real life, the language barrier would still be there, but it wouldn't matter as much because when you're in real life, there's like body language and like your all that stuff. But with this, so you're in the type of environment where the language barrier is going to probably hurt you the most. So it's potential that if you met up with them in real life, because like the language barrier wouldn't have mattered as much. But yeah, I think that like perfecting your English would definitely go a long way if you're into like American girls. For me, English was a second language too, so I used to have like a really thick accent for a big part of my life. So it's definitely something that's doable. I think also at times I felt like you were doing most of the talking. You weren't really asking them too many questions. You were kind of like, again, maybe part of that is because you were looking for the right word, but it felt like you were like kind of like, oh, well, about that, like type of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of just my thoughts. Do you have anything to add to that, Eden?
No, I just think that the language barrier really did kill it for me. But I think you're so confident in a strange way. Like it just works for you. You don't hold back on your jokes. And even if it doesn't stick, you just like own it. And I think that that's attractive in a man, that like you just say your joke. And if you don't get it, like if the girls don't get it, you just like rock with it. And then I like that. So I think that you have some winning features here. I just think practice English if you want to speak to American girls and English speaking girls. And we'll see you back here, I guess.
Great, thanks. I had a strange vibe coming to me once before. And by the way, thank you everybody. A big salutation to Hugh. I think he's very charismatic boy.
Cool, awesome. Thanks, Adrian. Appreciate you, buddy. We'll see you.
Bye.
See ya. I think he was referring to razor bumps to getting rid of his shaving cream, like because they would make his face red.
Oh,
before I need to
okay.
Come on, Alex.
I thought it was like a masturbation
And
joke. Like
I'm
he's gonna
fine.
jerk off with a
It's not
shaving
always about the dick. It really isn't.
I don't know. I didn't get it. Okay, now it makes sense.
Because you probably don't shave. You get
I don't. You're right. I go to a barber once a week and they trim my beard and that's it. I haven't. If I shave my beard, I look like a 12-year-old boy. Yeah, without my beard, I would look really, really weird. Maybe I'll do it
love
one
the
day.
beard. No,
Maybe
we love it.
Maybe I'll do it one day just to like fucking trip everyone out. Like just like imagine me with no beard, me my rosy cheeks.
Yeah, baby Alex.
Baby Alex. Hello, this is Alex before TRT. All right, let's get on Medrano. Yo, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how you guys been?
Just chilling. All right,
That's
so
good.
who do you want to go on a date with?
I'm still working on that plumber fantasy for Sarah, so I think tonight I'm just gonna go with Eden.
there.
Okay, cool.
You have fun, Eden.
Plumber fantasy.
Yeah, there's we had a date, previously, and I'm still working on it, but that's first, another story for a different time. How's your night going?
Good. It's been good. How was yours?
It's just came back from Orlando, so now I'm kind of like I just came back from the gym today, so I'm like a little exhausted from the traveling, physically exhausted from training, but I mean nothing to really complain about.
Where did you come to? Where are you at right now?
I'm in the East Coast, so I'm in Baltimore.
Nice.
Have you
What
ever
were you
traveled
doing?
over there?
I don't think so. I used to do a lot of road trips, so I've been throughout the states, kind of all over, and I potentially could have been there, but I just don't remember. It was a while ago.
I try not to listen to your dates as much because I knew if I wanted to come on, I wanted to make this as authentic and just almost like a first date. But I heard that you did a little bachata, and you had like a New Year's resolution that you wanted to travel, and when I saw you, I was like, oh, like my resolution is I want to do more traveling, and I definitely want to go to a romantic adventure with someone. And I was like, oh, so this will be like the perfect scenario to find out, would you be the perfect candidate to come join me on a romantic, trip? But here's the thing as well. Like, I know you wanted to travel and you had something hesitating with another guy. Are you that type of adventurous type of person that you would like to, go on a spontaneous trip with a guy, to, I don't know, maybe like Tulum or Ibiza or, something unique where, you would have fun?
Yes and no. I can't say I almost did do that earlier this year as like a last minute thing, but I don't think I'd feel comfortable. I need to get to know somebody more. So I would, rather meet you and hang out and whatever before I get on a plane with somebody and travel with somebody and be stuck with them,
We'll find out that answer at the end of this date then, because I'll tell you one thing, I have done it. And it was definitely something worth, trying. And, it ended up being fun. Maybe it's because of the type of person I am. I like to get myself into adventures. I somehow finessed my way to get into a rooftop bar of a VIP section in Orlando. And, if you like bachata, then, we'll definitely have a good night. But
are you a dancer?
Absolutely. I'm Spanish. So, I do bachata, I do merengue, I do cumbia. So I think you said you do a little bit bachata.
Well, I have some background in Latin dancing, right? So
yeah.
I could fudge my way around it. Salsa.
Yeah. All right, then I can teach you some moves. I think you'll be impressed, with an actual Latin dancer, and we'll see how your dancing skills are. Hopefully you don't step on my feet.
Maybe you'll step on mine. I don't know. I'm a pretty fast learner, and I used to dance. Remember? So be careful.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fast learner too.
What do you like about the Spanish dancing? Do you like how close, like you can be with your partner, or do you like more of the spins, or are you just more in like listening to the music and the beat and
All right.
Bye, Sarah. Where'd she go? Oh,
sorry.
Imagine Sarah's like picking her nose or something.
Oh yeah.
I think she was going to check the plumbing. She was going to see if she needed me, for later tonight.
I was texting him behind the scenes.
All right, Adrian, so would you go on a deal with Medrano?
No, because the only reason why I say no is because I was like, yes, no, I don't know. So if it's an I don't know, it's a no for me. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. And the reason why is because, again, I was a little bit bored. There wasn't much excitement to the conversation. I did like that you were, you picked up on things that I liked and you zoomed in on them and you tried and you shot your shot, but it just wasn't clicking. And I wish that we could have moved on again it's the same. I think tonight is like the same theme. Like everyone wants to meet each other. And I get that we're across the world or whatever it might be. But like we need to move on from that topic, make it like an end note if we vibe. Don't like make this the whole conversation. I know it's easy to fall back on it, but it really just never is riveting enough for it to leave an impression. You know what I mean? That's something that you want to leave at the end, in my opinion. But I think you're a cool guy. I think you have a natural way of communicating. You're a good talker in general. So you have that. Just keep honing in on that and be a little bit more unique in how you interact with people.
I think you had a really good spot there where you asked her, "Are you a good candidate for this, road trip?" But then you kept going with the question and you like double loaded it, and you kind of like swayed off the idea of putting it in her court. And I think you should have left it at like, "Are you a good candidate?" Because it kind of left her to have to answer it. But yeah, otherwise,
it's not the kind of double loads that Sarah likes.
One on this cheek, one on the other.
I think that this was probably the best performance I've seen from you. So you are getting better, I think. But you still have work to do in terms of all the advice I've given you in the past, and that's building sexual tension, being able to flirt, and not being platonic. So you were a little less platonic today than you usually are, but you can still be a lot less platonic, a lot more interesting, exciting, and give a girl like an emotional roller coaster where you have ups, downs, moments of tension, moments of lightness, right? So instead of having a very flat line, same conversation, hey, what do you do? What's your favorite color? Type of thing.
Let me ask you one thing. I mean, I was trying to play with the idea of role playing in the sense of like, getting Eden to imagine a romantic, trip. That was what, and like, talking about the bachata, like asking her, like, what do you like about it? They like the closeness of guys. So like, I was trying to create the tension of that. Was that just in my mind of what I just failed at doing, or is that what it seemed to what I was trying to also portray, or no?
I see the direction you were trying to go in. I mean, I think you started doing that like right as I came on. So to be fair, you didn't really have any time. But yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could be like, what do you like most about bachata? Is it the intimate contact? Is it the intense eye contact? Is it the sweating? What do you like about it the most? I don't know. You could ask her about that. You could bond over that. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how I would make that like sexual. Yeah, it's doable.
Well, I have an idea. Instead of asking me like what you like about it, because again, like to me that's a little stale too. I would just be like, get this, like come in with like, get this. You come here or like whatever, wherever we're going, our getaway, and listen, bachata music, Bad Bunny's playing or some. I know Bad Bunny's not bachata, but just something. Throw something out there. Paint a picture for me. Like show me your personality. Use your hand gestures, like body language. Like get this, you and me, this and that on the beach. Blah blah blah. Now, are you coming? Like something like that. You can be a little bit more ballsy. And I think that would have been more intriguing to me than just being like, so what do you like about this? Again, very interview-like. I love when guys take charge in the sense that they come in and they're like, all right, get this, or like they take charge in the sense that they're painting the picture. They have this planned rather than do you want to, or do you whatever, or do you like, you see the difference? To me, that's more impactful. So I think you can always play with role playing in the sense of like, you're creating the image. Now, what do you think? Okay, what would you tweak then? All right, let's hear this. Play it like that. Yeah.
I see. I know that I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Cool, buddy. All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
All right, guys. We got Hugh backstage. We'll bring him on in a little bit. Let's first get through one or two more people. Let's get through this dude. What's up?
Hello.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Who do you want to go on a date with?
Actually, I just got shot down by a dark-haired girl, so I don't think I can take that on my first speed date. So I'm gonna have to go with Sarah on this one.
All right. I'll take me and Eden off.
How you doing, Sarah?
Wonderful. So, what do I call you? Sleeve T-Rocks or?
Sleeve, Steve, whatever you want to call me.
Right.
I wanted to start off just by asking, what's your opinion on this?
On what? The tattoo?
The tattoos, not the big hands.
Nice. I don't mind tattoos, as long as they're strategically placed and they're not just like random tidbits here and there. Yeah, I can definitely admire some artwork.
Do you have any?
I have one tattoo.
Okay, where's it located, or is it hidden?
No, it's like the most like generic place. It's just a little heart. You can barely even. I don't even know.
Yeah, it fits on your Instagram pictures. I gotcha.
I don't even have like Instagram pictures, but
Oh, perfect. My kind of girl.
but yeah, just a little like heart, barely there, barely could see it. It kind of looks like somebody colored on me with a little pen. But
I have a theory as to why girls like guys with tattoos, if I could share that with you.
Sure.
I think that it shows dedication. It's like a big commitment. You have to put this on your body for the rest of your life. And so that kind of shows that you're like willing to man up to something. You're actually willing to commit to having a little bit of art on your body for the rest of your life.
It could also be deemed as an insecurity.
How so?
I feel the need to tell the world about me, without being asked to tell the world about me. You're advertising it all day, every day. Not that that's necessarily my theory, but that's just another direction you could go. Like, guys who talk about having a big dick, typically it's like, well, do you really, if you have to talk about it. So
that kills my second point of conversation here. So
big hands.
Big hands. I mean, you know what they say about guys with big hands, right?
You wear big gloves.
Oh, you've already heard this joke a million times. I mean, guitar players, we have very capable hands too. So if you've never had a back rub from a guitar player, then I'm just saying you're missing out.
Do you do bass or just like I see you got an electric back there. Is that a bass though, or is that a
No, you're right on the money. That's a bass guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a guitar player, so that's kind of like where these big capable hands come from.
These like that?
Not like that. Not at all. No. Yeah. So you look really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I gotta say, beauty is very common. I'm from Las Vegas, big city.
Common?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is. You can either be born with it or you can pay for it. So a lot of people, they kind of look at beauty more than they should. I think that there are other things, especially if you're in a big city. I'm in Las Vegas. Everybody's attractive out here. Everybody's beautiful. So I have to ask, if you had to name 3 things about yourself that had nothing to do with looks that would make me want to get to know you better, what would they be?
That's a really good question. Well, I am a very active person. I like to be active. Summertime, I'm paddleboarding as much as possible.
Right on.
I'm constantly on the go. So in a matter of, can you keep up with me? That would be a question I would have back to you.
Right on.
Number 2, I love to learn. I love to learn all day, every day. I'm really big on that. Like I went to school forever, and I'm still constantly trying to, I listen to audiobooks on my way to work and things like that. And number 3, I love to find kind of like the best part of somebody, not outside, but inside. Like I thoroughly like make it a mission to find the best piece of somebody, of who they are, or find kind of like a silver lining to them, even if they're an asshole or whatever. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Right on. I dig that. Maybe we can hang out sometime, Have you ever dated a musician?
I don't think so.
Well, it's first time for everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, did I have any like band boyfriends?
Everybody's had one band boyfriend.
I don't think I have.
And then they either swear them off forever or that just becomes their type.
Well, I guess you need to pop my cherry then.
Oh, okay. Well, since you put it that way. Yeah. Like I said, band types were very specific. We're on the road a lot. So obviously we know a lot of people. We talk to a lot of people on social media, things like that. We're social butterflies, and sometimes that's a problem for some people.
I'm not as much of a social butterfly. I'm more of the quiet one usually. Some people will tell you opposite. Like people that know me will be like, nah, it's the loudest bitch in the room.
Quiet nights with Prosecco, right?
Well, usually, yes. But I'm usually quiet when I'm not in my element or I haven't gotten to read the room yet or I don't know where I'm at or it's new people, things like that. But once I get into that comfort zone, there's no turning back. Like then everybody's my friend and I'm just the gift of gab at that point.
Yeah,
But
you clearly are famous for being the raging tomato. So
I'm the raging tomato. Although
up, guys?
I'm not a rager. Like I'm not mean.
Ah, shucks.
I'm really nice.
All right, Sarah, would you go on a date with Sleeve T Rocks?
I would. I feel like I'm actually blushing right now.
Raging tomatoes coming out.
Yeah, she's coming out.
I called it.
What?
This will definitely be a W.
Wow.
Yes, first time doing this.
I think I think so far you take home the best performance of the night.
Well, shit, I'm gonna have to send this to my whole Rolodex after this. Let them know what a dating expert I am.
Well, I think there are little things you can improve on, but overall, your vibe was solid. You're very confident. You're charismatic. You're able to hold a conversation. You're able to make sexual jokes without coming off as creepy. You got every single fundamental down. There's just some small, subtle, advanced things you could improve on, but every single fundamental, basic thing you are quite good at.
Well, that feels really good to hear because, like I said, I got shot down by a very good-looking, dark-haired girl recently, and you know, it always hurts. It doesn't matter how much self-esteem you got. You know, it's gonna set you back a little bit. So I wanted to just try my skills.
Was it cold approach, or how did you get shut down? What happened?
Actually, it was a second date opportunity. You know, I already went on the first date. We had a kiss on New Year's and all that fun stuff. Asked her to hang out, and I just realized I'm not very good at setting up like the second date. You know, if somebody's like interested in me, I have trouble kind of like progressing into that next stage where they want to kind of get to know me a little bit more. And I sometimes feel a little bit impatient when I feel like the moment's there and I gotta like capitalize on it. So I guess those are some things I need to work on.
Check out a video I have. It's called "How to Set Up a Date If You Did Not Get Laid."
Oh, perfect. Sounds like that's for me.
Sounds like it's exactly what you know, to address your problem. But yeah, girls, do you have any feedback for him? Anything that he can improve on?
Sarah, go.
I enjoyed it. I don't really. I'm I'm red, so I got nothing.
I think that's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Eden?
Yeah. I think that you did a really good job. You kept the conversation fluid. There were some awkward moments, but at one point, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but at one point I did feel like it kind of felt like you were trying to have her prove herself to you in a way. There were certain points, and I'm not a big fan of that at the beginning, but I do think that for some girls that could be kind of exciting and maybe enticing to a degree. Just be careful with how far you go because it might come across as cocky or a bit of a turnoff. But I think overall you did keep the playing field pretty leveled, which was nice. So overall, good job.
You got that. You got that from Style, right? From Neil Strauss, right?
Which one?
When you said every girl is beautiful, but tell me 3 things that are unique about you.
Yeah, that was something I heard a while ago. I can't lie, but I thought it was so brilliant because that actually like kind of flips the script a little bit. A lot of guys qualify themselves to women an awful lot, I feel. And so for me, it's like, you know, I think a lot of women are beautiful, obviously. I want to hear what you got going on beyond that. So that's kind of like my question to just see what else is going on.
Yeah. It's got to be done very smoothly because if it's done in I've seen guys try to do that and it absolutely blows up because it comes off as if they're like, I don't know, like pickup-y, and the girl's like, I'm not going to qualify myself to you. You did it pretty well. I think it could have been a tad more smoother, but you did pretty well. It was a smooth transition. The biggest thing with doing that, yes, it can work. It's a high risk, high reward type of thing.
Sure.
So it's not. Sometimes it's not going to work. Just an FYI.
Yeah. Like I said, first time testing that one out. So thank you for the feedback. And it's really nice to meet you, Alex. I've seen you a lot. I'm friends with Not So Erudite. So, you know, we've seen you do your thing a lot. And it's really cool to finally talk to you. And Eden, maybe next time I'll feel bold enough to take a dark-haired girl out on a speed date. So we'll see how that goes.
Cool, yeah, buddy. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
Take care. Oh, wait. Sorry. I hate doing that when I accidentally just promised.
You're like, nope.
Yo, what's up? Q, 3, 2, 1. Where you at, buddy?
He probably has it like swiped over or something.
Fucking yeah, Coach Whitepill's hacking his Wi-Fi. Hugh, you're laggy. I'm gonna bring you on after that. Fix your shit. All right, let's bring on someone else. Let's do like 1 or 2 more people. All right, this guy's been waiting for a while. Let's get him on. What's up?
Yo, what's up, guys?
How are you doing?
Good, man. How are you? Yeah,
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So, who are you ready to? Who do you want to go on a date with?
Ooh, why don't we go with Eden?
Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna take me and Sarah.
All right, how you doing, Eden?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, how's your night going so far?
It's good. Lots of speed dating. I'm getting a little tired, but sipping my coffee, so we're good. Coasting.
Getting awake. Night coffee.
Yeah. Dangerous. It's a gamble, but I'm
living on
pretty
the edge.
immune. Yeah. Oh yeah. How
So-
about you?
Yeah, so far so good. Just got back from the gym. Had to look nice and fit for a date.
A little pre-date pump.
Yeah, a little pre-date gains.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm digging the style. I'm liking. Yeah, looks a bit classy and yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it looks like some sexy attorney vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would make a good lawyer.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, so you mentioned you were doing you do Latin dancing. So I was curious, like, what aside from like bachata, like what else do you like to do, or what other styles?
So I actually don't do Latin dancing. I had to do it to qualify for dance competition. This was years ago when I was dancing. But I specialized in hip hop, believe it or not. A lot of people laugh when I say that because I don't look like a hip hopper, but I am. I did jazz, I did lyrical, I did contemporary, I did a bit of tap for a quick second there. A lot harder than it looks, believe it or not. But I'm a hip hop dancer through and through, and I love it. I wish I stuck through it. I wish I stuck through it longer, but I decided to focus on school. So, I'm putting in all those hours with dance was just ridiculous. So
yeah, I did a bit of salsa and bachata back in high school, but I just recently started to pick it back up with some lessons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? What made you?
A couple of my friends from church started taking classes, and I was like, yeah, why not? Just
Is that where you pick up all the chicks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place. It's smart man you are.
Yeah, maybe I'll teach you some new moves on our second date.
What, salsa, bachata?
Both.
Which one? Both. Okay. Which one do you prefer?
Ooh, I would say bachata.
Really?
A lot more. I feel like there's a lot more like technical moves to it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like a challenge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to try new things too. Like I just recently I took a swing dance class like a month ago, and
How is that?
it was fun. I did a little bit in high school as well, so like did a little. So I was somewhat familiar, but yeah, but it's fun like getting back into it, and then also I like to what else? I just totally forgot what I was about to say.
Sorry?
I forgot. I just totally blanked out what I was gonna say.
That's okay. We can talk about something else.
Yeah, but what's like the weirdest date you've been on?
Oh God. I guess I've been lucky. My dates haven't been like weird, but I did go on this one date with this guy I met on Hinge, and he lied about his height, like substantially. Which just own up to it. Don't, because the worst thing is when you can do that. You lie such a big catfish. I see you and you're half my height. You're telling me that you're double my height, So it was awkward in that sense. And then he was like a salesperson. So he was trying to sell me on him. And the whole date, I'm like, can I get a word? It was just awkward and weird. And he just didn't know how to read the room. It wasn't super bad, but I think it was just uncomfortable, the whole time. I was like, okay, I need to get the fuck out of here.
All right, Eden, were you going to date with Bryce?
Bryce, I think we struggled. I didn't find a connection. So no, there was no spark. We kind of stuck on the dancing thing for way too long. And I know that you kind of forgot what you were going to say, which is fine. And sometimes admitting it is cool, but like jump right back into it. I think just focusing on the fact that like I'm a human being and how you would talk to somebody else is how you should be talking to me in a way, but just have more of that fun, flirtatious. Show me your personality. I know you secretly have it. I know you do. You were holding back a lot. I don't know for what. And you shouldn't be worried too much about impressing the other person in the sense. You should just be reading the room, going with that, and then showcasing yourself. And if I don't like you, then I don't like you. It's my loss kind of thing, Going with that attitude. I think that you were second guessing yourself. And I saw your brain kind of being like, what is the right thing to say? There's really no right or wrong necessarily. It's just come in with you and let me see if I'm interested in that. Right. Like I think we overthink a lot. And other pointers that we give are great too, but I didn't get to know you. I don't know anything about you. Right. So it was a struggle.
You didn't ask.
I didn't ask. I was being tough on you. Yeah. But like bring up a conversation that you're interested in so we can bounce back. Right.
Yeah.
So
I would say I agree with all that. One thing I would add is I would like your hair. I mean, you have a fantastic head of hair, but I would do either the man bun or cut it a little shorter. It's just like too long and wild. You look like in the 70s, that cut would have like crushed it. But like in 2023, it's like kind of, I don't know, man. It's just like, I feel like you would look better if you had like a man bun or like you trimmed it a bit.
Well, I mean, I do play in a metal band, so
you could have told me that, and I honestly dig the hair in a way. And I'm not really into guys with long hair, but I think it kind of works with you. So, like, I have to say, like, your looks are kind of interesting to me, and I just wish I could have gotten to know more of you, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I was gonna go after the hair too, and I mean, at the very least, like just give it a nice brush through. If you are gonna keep it long, then own it. You know what I mean? Because it looks like it can be very beautiful, and girls love beautiful haired men for some weird ass reason. Just Tapio. I mean, so I would own it.
What are you trying to get at, Sarah?
I'll lend you some, Alex. I can probably give you a full head.
I'll lend you guys some for here.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Alex doesn't like hair talk, guys.
My hairline is coming back, okay?
No, you look great.
Keep going. Do you have anything else on?
The doggy does.
Sorry.
The doggy does? Yeah, no, I mean, I think Eden basically said everything I was going to say, honestly, so I don't really have too much to add to that. But yeah, cool. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For sure. Have a good one. Let's do like one last person. Let's get Miguel on. He's been waiting for a while. Yo.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? Can you hear me?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah.
Awesome. Hell yeah, let's do it. Oh, okay. It's a tough choice because they're super both hot. So let's go Eden. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try that. Yeah, my hair is all messed up. So it's like fucking raining like crazy. It's like the end of the world. So how's it going over there? Yeah.
Good. Nice mood lighting.
Oh yeah, thanks. No, it's nice and romantic. I wanted to set the mood. I wanted to like just make a good first impression. I got my wife beater on. I just ate, so I'm like, I'm trying to fatten up. It's cuffing season, so yeah. Anyways, I like your style. You look super like fancy, super hella fancy.
Yeah, just like you got ready for the date with your wife beater, I got ready with the blazer.
Yeah, we have like such opposing styles. It's like yin and yang,
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then you have the Christmas tree over there. Oof. Nice. I like that. You're like me in Halloween decorations. I leave them on like till like December. I'm like, bro, it's fucking Halloween. Yeah.
I hate people like us, honestly, but this is my first time having a Christmas tree and I'm milking it to the very end and I do not care. I will be one of those people.
First time.
Yeah.
Why? You don't celebrate Christmas?
I don't celebrate Christmas, but a lot of my friends do, and I just wanted a little tree, so I'm calling it my New Year's tree.
Oh, okay. Why are you like Jewish? You're Jewish, right?
I
I
am.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, I'm Christian, so we're like, look, completely opposite styles. We're like the Montagues and Capulets over here, you know, like the fucking West Side Story over here. Yeah.
Well, I don't remember the last time I dated a Jewish guy, so it's not like I'm religious or anything like that, you know.
Perfect. Well, hopefully I'm your type. So what's your type like? Tall, dark, and handsome.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, right now, you know, it's winter, so you know, there's a lot of me to grab onto right now. You know, so it gets cold. So, yeah. But anyways, what part of where are you? Where do you live?
I'm in Toronto.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I think our love is gonna survive. You know, we're
Where
just
are
gonna.
you?
I'm in LA. It's like the end of the world right now.
Oh,
Over here, it's
shit.
raining. Like it's raining. It's like
Don't
Noah's.
complain. Don't complain.
Yeah, no, it's fucking beautiful. Like, yeah, I was about to say, bro. Like, nah, it's fucking beautiful. You know, it just messes up my hair. I'm like, fuck, I worked so hard on it, and like, it just messed it up. So,
What do you mean? What do you do to your hair? Do you take like 3 hours to get ready? Are you one of those?
Yeah, that's right. I just wake up and like I shake it, you know. Yeah, and then I'm like, fuck. Then it's over here messing it up. All that shaking for nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I see you have tattoos. What do you have? What do you have on your head?
I just got some new ones actually.
Can I see?
I have a bunch, like kind of all over. And I got a new one here. I have one on my shoulder, my whole body, pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Like, do they mean something? Do they tell a story? Like, what does it tell? What does it tell me?
I have like 30 tattoos at this point, and I'm not gonna lie, not all of them have any sort of meaning. Like I have a random bunny on the back of my arm. I just thought was cute. You know, I kind of gave up on finding meaning on all
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
super cute. I'm gonna like show you my wife beater, but I have a kitty. I don't really like cats, but like I thought it was super cute, you know. Yeah, my dogs were judging me. Here's like one of my dogs. He's licking himself right now. So yeah. I told him, I was like, let's make a good first impression, you know. Yeah.
And he starts licking himself.
That's right. But don't mind me. I'm like super goofy, so try not to.
I love the goofiness. Actually, it's quite refreshing.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, no, I was supposed to like I just came back from the gym. It was a fucking journey. I was supposed to go dance classes, like I do bachata and salsa, but it was raining too hard. I was like, fuck this. Like people don't know how to drive in LA. Like I'm gonna stay here, go on a virtual speed date, get some food, fatten up, you know, fuck this shit. Yeah.
Love it. I would have done the exact same, honestly.
Yeah, I'm about to crack open a bottle of wine and then, you know, get on stream for a few hours. Like I'm a fucking nerd. So what do you do anyways for work?
I'm a dating and sex coach.
Oh, fancy. Yeah. No, I don't work. I'm retired. So I have way too much time on my hands. Yeah.
Actually, what did you used to do then?
I was in crypto, so I got rich from crypto. Yeah.
Nice.
So I have like way too much fucking time on my hands. Like, and I don't need much. Like I would like live in a small place and stuff like that. So it's like I don't know what to do, honestly. So I may have to like take a trip down to Toronto, and like I've never been there before. As long as it's not raining, you know.
Oh, don't worry about the rain. Worry about the snow.
The snow? Oh, yeah.
You're like, what snow?
Yeah, we have never seen snow over here. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah. Well, I only have like, look, I got this tattoo the other day. Rage. Yeah. I figured like I don't need to get a job anymore. So I was like, who cares if I was gonna get like a dragon here, like because my dog died. So it was gonna be in memory of him, like a dragon right here. Yeah.
All right. Eden, would you go on a date with Miguel?
I would go on a friendly, fun, platonic date with you because you are so funny, and I would love to be friends with you, but I don't see it being romantic or sexual.
I think I'm gonna just have to seduce you. It's okay. I just need an in. So it's okay. I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've wrote down a few things. I think one is that you're just too close to the camera, so I think you gotta like get a little further back because we're like literally seeing inside your nose. And
no,
two,
but it's the camera's effect. Do you see it? I was tripping the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that effect. Don't do that. The second thing is you're touching your hair way too much, which I do sometimes too when I'm nervous. It's kind of like a weird nervous habit that some guys have. I do that. I do the same thing. So if you ever see me touching my hair, it's because I'm a little nervous. But yeah, just
yeah. Okay, I
touch
have
your
beautiful
hair.
hair. That's why I touch it. Yeah, but go on. Yeah.
But you touch a lot. I wouldn't say rich from crypto because it comes off as like you're trying to brag. So I wouldn't throw that in. But I think also the biggest thing is like you just gotta slow things down. You're very fast. You're like the chat was speculating whether you're on coke or not, right? But since I've talked to you a lot, I know you're not on coke. You're just very fast. You're like just slow shit down a little bit. That adds a lot more sexual tension if you can slow things down instead of just going like boo, like 20 minutes.
Okay, gotcha. Solid advice. Yeah, thank you so much. Well, any feedback from the beautiful ladies?
I would
Besides how
not
handsome I
have
look.
that camera effect on, especially if you're already moving around a lot, because it just makes you look like you're moving even more. Versus if you had a more still camera, it might like it might not be as overwhelming. Because like I was sitting here watching this and it was hurting my eyes. I felt like I was gonna have a seizure or something because it's just like boom, 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 boom. But that like yeah. I mean, you're
Okay.
very animated, but I think adding your camera animation to that just like amplifies it too far.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. You know, I'm gonna go eat my Hawaiian barbecue and some shrimp and have a good night. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Fair enough.
All right, dude. Take care.
Peace. Bye.
He says that as he touches his hair. I'm gonna go get some Hawaiian barbecue. He touches his hair a lot. Oh my god. He's a funny dude. But yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm still 50-50 whether he was like fucked up on something.
I don't know. Regardless of if he was, the thing is it could have, all of that was a lot, but it could have worked if he just slowed down and like took off that effect and then just like pause between his like stupid jokes. And that would have been a little bit more, like I would have taken it more seriously. I just was laughing the whole time because I was like, oh my God, can you imagine like hanging out with him? You just die of laughter, but like as friends or like, you know what I mean? He's very, woo.
Yeah, it's called like Jester maxing in the pickup community.
Sure,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what he was doing.
Yeah. I used to do that when I was first getting into game. Actually, it's a bad habit that a lot of guys develop. All right, let's bring on one. Go ahead.
Sorry, and like the biggest ick too is when guys are like they're like, oh, me, and like look at me, and like I could vomit. Like not him, but in general, like when guys are like, oh, me, and like, you know, like pose and shit. I'm like, ugh. Like to me that's very feminine. I don't find that like manly at all. I'm like, ew, fuck off. Like
yeah, he had some like feminine, like not words, but more like gestures, like the hair touching and like the
and like constantly like looking at himself.
He was constantly looking at himself. Yeah. You caught that too. Yeah. He's like checking himself out like nonstop.
Yeah, just fine.
Yeah. All right, let's bring on one last person. Chris Wilde. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Alex.
What's going on?
Let's not waste time. Put me on with Eden.
Go on with Eden. All right, cool. Let's do it. I'm gonna take me and Sarah off.
All right. Hey.
Hi.
Why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yeah. Why are you on this on the live days?
Because I'm friends with Alex and I like doing this.
Doesn't answer my question.
What are you looking for?
What are you getting out of this?
Well, I have a brand, obviously, so people can also find me through here, I guess, as well.
That's the impression I had.
Okay.
You know, I'll tell you a little bit what happened backstage. Last time you were on the live. Actually, let's take it a little bit further back. Alex has been telling me to come on the live dates for a while. And I checked some of them sometimes, and I even told Alex, look, I'm not going to do this unless I actually have a genuine interest in the girls, because I don't feel like putting on a performance. I feel like it's bullshit. I would never do that. And I was checking out the lives. I was like, maybe there is somebody I would feel like we could possibly vibe. Didn't happen for a few lives. And then the first live where you come up, I'm like, damn, there could be something here. Beautiful, intelligent, emotionally intelligent, probably as well. And then I asked Alex. I was like, let's fuck this bullshit. Arrange an actual date with me and her behind the scenes, just without the audience. And then Alex says, dude, she has a boyfriend. And then I'm like, fuck. Are you for real? Not fuck in the sense that, oh shit, she has a boyfriend, therefore I can't fucking do something. In the sense, I kind of got disappointed because I wouldn't expect you to be the kind of woman that cheats on her boyfriend. But then you still were on the lives, and I'm like, what is the motivation here? What I don't get what is happening.
I'm very transparent. When I was dating that guy, and I was doing this to help men if I could in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not the easiest person to go on a date with, I'm aware. So I thought that would be good practice for guys. And my boyfriend was aware of it at the time. So I wasn't cheating on him.
It was not an open relationship, right?
No, it's not cheating because these dates are not real dates necessarily.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. That's why I was very disappointed when Alex told me about the boyfriend thing, because then I realized that, in contrast to me, you don't jump on the live dates because of genuine interest. I was like, oh shit. And today my mind went back to it because I saw you again, and I'm like, oh shit, it's probably just advertising.
Perhaps.
Okay. All right. But Alex also told me today that you are single again. So what I suggest is we get out of this clown show, so you don't advertise. And we have our proper date behind the cameras another day, maybe in this week or when I'm back from my trip after the 17th.
I don't know how I feel about that because I don't know if you really confused me with this whole thing. You came on like very strong and a little bit aggressive, and I kind of feel uncomfortable, and I kind of feel like you don't take what I do seriously in a way, and you're shitting on me. But at the same time,
I take it perfectly seriously. I used to do the same job. That's one of the reasons I got impressed in the beginning. I even checked the content.
Oh yeah?
I like the
okay.
content, yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, why don't you just try it out here for the sake of you're already on here, and then we can see, no? Or are you nervous? Is that why?
I am nervous. That's actually nice. Damn.
Are you nervous to do this in front of people? Is that why?
Yeah, I do prefer to do this kind of thing in private. But it's nice that you pointed out.
Yeah.
That's definitely in the pluses.
Yeah, you can try and scare me, but it'll only work to a certain point, you know? Let's go. Come on, hotshot.
I actually insist.
You what?
I insist on my plan. Will you take my plan?
I'll take your plan if you show some interest in this plan. How about that? Fair is fair.
Oh.
Checkmate, huh?
Damn, woman. All right, what do you want to know?
It's not what I want to know. What are you interested in knowing about me? And why? And besides me, you thinking I'm smart, I could be stupid as hell in real life. You don't know.
I had my time. I saw the lives. I got a little bit of a feeling.
Okay.
You did clear up the thing I wanted to know. That's the thing I was the most curious about. What do you want to know?
So you said you did this before. What do you mean by this? You were a dating coach?
I was a dating coach for 4 years.
And what happened?
Lots of things happened. I knew for a long time that dating coaching was not really the solution. And this industry is kind of like full of whatever weird people anyway. And I always wanted to make the transition into a more holistic approach, just like general self-help, self-development. And I didn't have a good reason to do that. Then I had a really bad breakup. And that was kind of like the thing that clicked, that made me make that decision. And then eventually I just left the dating coaching, and now I'm doing acceptance coaching. It's just like pure inner work. I always have a hard time explaining to people. It's similar to psychotherapy, basically. In principle, it's very similar to psychotherapy. Just like trauma work, emotional work, going back into the past, finding stuff.
Did you study any of this, or is it just... Did you study any of this, or is this just your own self?
No. It's 7 years of experience. Even in the dating coaching with my crew, when we're doing the dating coaching, it was the kind of work we did was not really different. The principles were the exact same. So our approach in dating was that basically, if you want a good dating life, relationships, sex, whatever, you basically have to fix your inner stuff. So the framework was basically still the same. We were still getting guys, and we were having them resolve inner trauma related to the stuff that blocks them from, going for it.
Exactly, which is exactly what I do as well. I just frame it as dating and sex, but it's obviously so much more, right? It comes from something else. So yeah, I agree with you and your mindset and what you're doing now. Where are you at right now?
Austria.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I move around a lot. I like to change places.
So how long have you been living here for?
What here? In Austria?
In Austria, yeah.
Oh, a little bit over a year. I've lived in different places. Greece, Sweden, Poland, Hungary, Spain, Austria now.
Wow. And where's that accent from?
Greece.
You're Greek.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was going to move to, I wanted to move to Crete in Greece, the islands.
Why and why not?
It's hard to move there. I'm a Canadian citizen. I also have an Israeli passport, which means jack shit in Europe. So it's hard, right? And they only allow you to move there for 5 years. And then you can't work within those 5 years till you get your citizenship. It's a headache. You have to invest a set amount of money and not work. It just didn't make sense for me.
What's wrong with 5 years?
5 years to what? How am I going to work there? They don't allow you to work there.
They don't allow you to work.
No. Right. So it was a lot of weird shit. So I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to go.
Okay, I don't know how it works. I'm like European, so it's like easy to move around and do stuff. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Lucky for you. Yeah.
And wait, where are you now?
Toronto.
Toronto. You want to move to Europe?
I have been dying to move to Europe. Yes.
That's pretty nice here.
All right, time flies. I know. I let it go for like almost 10 minutes. All right, Eden. So, in the spirit of tradition, same question as always: would you go on a date with Chris?
Yes. And it's fucked because at the beginning I was like, I hate this guy. Like, you're a piece of shit. You're an asshole. You really did save yourself by showing a little bit less of that like harsh demeanor. And if you kept that going, I would have been like, yo, fuck this. It was a little bit abrasive. I don't know how I feel about it. It would take me a while for me to decide like when we would go on our second date or an actual date, because I still need to feel you out. But I think that the conversation made sense. I do like how you're intellectually stimulating and there's some mystery to you, which obviously I'm sure you know works on me, and that's what I'm into. But yeah, that was very interesting, and I would love to hear everybody else's thoughts on it while I settle and think.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen you nervous, Chris. That was very interesting to observe. I haven't.
I told you the only way that I would possibly do this would be if I was actually interested in someone here.
Huh, interesting. But yeah, I mean, like one observation is I've never seen you do this before, but you were like rocking your head around a lot and you were moving it. Like you're like,
at one point.
Versus now you're like standing very still, right? This is how you usually are. Like when you and I have discussions, you're mostly like this, right? But like, yeah, you were moving around a lot. I don't know if you were, did you realize you were doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison to other videos?
Just in comparison, like right now, look, you're sitting still. You're not moving, right? You're just having, you're like very stationary, right? Like
you mean compared to the other times I was live on streams and stuff? What?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. The other times, like, has not been like really that interesting. Like sometimes the conversation topic would be a little bit stimulating. So most of the time, I would be like not focused, to be honest.
It seemed like you picked up focus near the end, but in the beginning, you were like very scattered. It seemed like, but yeah, I agree. It got better. I think the reason that you got a yes is because there was a lot of intensity, and I felt like there was some sexual tension. But I do agree with Eden's assessment that you came very close to like crossing into that like this guy's an asshole territory. You were like flirting with that line. So
Alex,
I agree with that.
I didn't come here to be evaluated tonight.
Well, it's too bad. I do it for everyone. It's part of the show. All right, Sarah, you have anything to add to that?
You're on mute.
You're mute. We can't hear you.
I didn't understand the beginning either, kind of coming off a little too strong, especially because she didn't really do anything to shit test you or push you over the line. She was very kind and upfront and transparent. She was answering your questions. So like you're pushing her on that edging line was a little like, why would you want to do that? But I do agree. Like you did kind of humble yourself and put like an empathetic spin on it, talking about the trauma oriented with experience and like why you got out of the dating coach, and it kind of humanized you a little more, and it didn't make you quite as cocky. So I feel like that was kind of a saving point, because that would have been a spot for me where I would have been like, okay, so we're not in the douchebag territory anymore. We've stepped out of that. Like you softened yourself up a little bit, but not enough to like lose frame or anything like that.
And you know what? And just to go off that, like those points, first impressions, whether we like it or not, obviously do have a lingering effect. And so if I go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow, I could potentially be like, I still don't feel good about the way he entered that. And I could be like, you know what, fuck him. Like to be honest with you. So that's why I'm feeling a little bit on edge with you, because I do like who you were when you showed me who you were. I hope that was genuinely who you were. And you softened up a little bit and you had really good conversations, because we have a lot in common and conversations could have been easy. But for you to come on here live in front of everyone and be like, what are you doing on here? And like calling me out about my boyfriend and this and that was a little bit like invasive. And yeah, it could definitely tear you apart. So even if you do have a good ending to the date, keep in mind that first impressions are always what we think about first anyways. So just be careful with how you come into any sort of date.
Yeah,
Chris, like, don't tell me shit.
That was definitely one of the most interesting speed dates of the night. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Chris. It was fun. All right, buddy. I'll see you around then.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Likewise.
I've known that guy. That's the guy who came up with the name Playing with Fire. Fun fact.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I know. I've known this dude for like 5 years. Good dude. Great guy. All right, yeah. So I think that was a fun speed date to end things off on. I enjoyed that. Chad, make sure you guys stay on. We're gonna bring Bmac on. He's gonna say some words. Then we're gonna bring Jake and Looks for L on. We're gonna play in the competition. So the speed date portion is over, but the fun is not over. And obviously, you girls are more than welcome to stay around for that if you want to, or if you gotta go, no worries. But yeah, fun stream. I still think the guitar dude had the best performance, in my opinion. What do you think? Who do you think gets the prize for the best performance of the night?
I'm gonna go with Jake again.
Jake, okay.
Yeah,
Jake's just a natural.
I mean, the guitar guy made me blush. So, yeah, I'll stick with that one.
The guitar guy. All right, cool. Eden, you want to plug your channel one more time?
Yeah. So it's where my name is. It's E-Rodic the brand, YouTube and podcast. You can follow me on Instagram, which is my full name, Eden Lee Middleman. And yeah, thank you guys so much for having me again.
Sure. I like this comment. Eden is all bothered.
That's why I'm petting my dog to calm down.
just petting the dog, rocking the dog. You just let go. The dog flies into the ceiling.
She's like, Mom, stop. I'm like, I can't.
You have a small dog too, so you can do that. But yeah, I know. Do you want to stay on for the after show, or you got to dip?
I'm gonna go. I have to wake up early.
All right, for sure. But yeah, thanks for coming on last minute.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
Eden.
Of course,
All right.
anytime.
Have a good one. Take care. You want to stay on, Sarah, or you got to dip?
Yeah, I'll stay on for a little bit.
All right, cool. Let's bring on Bmac then. What's up, dude?
Hello. Good evening in all areas of where you guys are. It's raining intensely over here in the West Coast.
Sorry to hear about that, man. But yeah. So you wanted to come on to discuss the competition. So I'll let you take the floor.
Definitely. So, as everyone knows, there is this much anticipated competition between me and Mr. Duke the Don. It started off where I was having a debate conversation with Alex, and it was a young woman and the guy, and he interrupted my conversation to say that I'm this and I'm that and I'm all these things, in which he doesn't even know me. And that's how the competition started off. Alex, you know that I'm consistent on everything that I've said and persistent. I've reached out to you ever since to get everything on board with the dates. We were getting things worked out with Duke. And just relatively recently, you had told me that I guess you and Duke got into some type of squabble.
No. Wait, hang on.
Or disagreement, maybe. Disagreement.
There's no squabble or disagreement. Me and Duke are still cool. No. So Duke messaged me and he said that, he was after his little fight with Ashley, he didn't like the reaction some my channel had, so he didn't really want to, do this, kind of give him second thoughts about doing this competition for my channel. He still likes me, but he doesn't really want to fuck with the chat anymore, basically.
And that's what I want to say. That is something someone would do to back out. Originally, I had thought that maybe this was like a fake type of thing where, like, because I think it's like, oh, well, I don't want to get him, on the platform to be known, so let's not do that. But then I'm like, Alex, I really do get a good vibe about you. The one good thing I can say, you do do what you say that you're gonna do, and so you've been up until this point pretty spot on. But Duke, to challenge me, interrupt me, and then challenge me, I don't care what the circumstances are. This is something that we've already had set in stone. I'm ready to go, and he is backing out. At the end of the day, he's not going to be there when I'm trying to be there. So everyone wants to say Duke is the Don, Duke is the best, Duke is this. Where is he at? So obviously no one ever wants to compete with me. They say that I'm a punk. They say that the things that I say is not legitimate. When I say, okay, I'm here to prove that everything that I'm saying is legitimate, and my opponent never shows up, and this happens all the time. It's like no one wants to compete with me, but yet you want to tell me that I'm wrong. Well, then how come you don't compete with me then? So basically what I'm trying to do right now, I'm bringing out a challenge. Since Duke is so scared, because I mean, whatever the situation is, this is the matters between me.
To be honest, I don't think he's legitimately scared. I think he just legitimately.
But all I'm trying to say is the matters between me and him. If a man challenges a man, that's between me and him. I don't care what anything else is going on. This is between me and Duke. He came and interrupted me, right? So if you're gonna talk to me and just interrupt me, then you need to come straight on. But he's not trying to do that. So now, don't respect Duke. All the stuff y'all saying about, oh, Duke is the man. This is what he's not even gonna show up. So what I'm doing right now, because I'm already at a 10. I'm ready to show. I'm ready to do it. Anybody, if there's anyone, coaches, it doesn't matter who it is, who wants to compete with me? Open challenge. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't know if you ever watched wrestling back in the day, but the SummerSlam in 1988, Honky Tonk Man was like, anybody out there, come out there and challenge me. And I'm not trying to, well, I can say this, but I already know that I am the champion. That's why I've got the championship belt right here. Who wants to take my belt from me? I do all challengers. If you think that you're good with girls in person and you think you got me, anyone out there, come challenge me and we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll go to Miami and we'll make this happen. Is there anyone has the balls to come challenge me? Anyone?
Bmac, the first I'm kind of hearing about all of this, but whatever you're saying with Duke, like, it kind of sounds like a little bit of a cop out to me. Just surface level. This is the first I'm hearing, but that's kind of worrisome if somebody's afraid of a chat, tearing him up. I mean,
I don't think it was that. To be fair to him, I don't think he was afraid of the chat. I think he was. It was more. It wasn't a fear. He was annoyed at the chat. He was frustrated with the chat, which I can empathize because the chat can be really toxic. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the whole situation.
I've never in my life challenged someone and then backed out, even if it had nothing to do with them. If I tell someone you're nothing, you're a fraud, you're this, that's a lot of words, and he don't even know me, right? So for you to start, and if you go back to that chat, he started off as a 10. Like, he went from a 10. So you're coming at me man to man, like what I'm saying is false. So I'm willing to say, okay, let's see if I'm false. And he's not giving me that opportunity. So that's a punk. That's a punk. I don't care what the circumstances is. That's a punk move. Duke is nothing. And I beat him. He was scared.
All right, relax, Bmac. we got Mr. Slave who Mr. Slave, are you serious or are you trolling? I can't tell. You seem a little drunk tonight. But that would be a fucking hilarious ass competition. If we get Mr. Slave. I can't tell. Mr. Slave, shoot me a DM and let me know that you're actually serious, because I'm
No, Alex, I do want a suitable opponent, someone that will at least give me honor and respect to take my championship belt.
Oh, don't worry.
Mr. Slave, he knows what he's doing.
Mr. Slave will give you a run for your money.
Yeah, Mr. Slave will give you a run for your money, bro.
What about Coach? What is it? White Pill?
Nah, he's like somewhere in Southeast Asia. He ain't going anywhere.
Okay.
What is
Coach
the
Whitehill, you want to do it, buddy? You want to come out of Thailand and challenge the Big Mac, Bmac? He's not gonna do it.
No one wants to ever challenge me, man.
what is the competition? Is it like
it was supposed to be a pickup competition, so they were gonna go out and like pick up girls and see who's gonna get more girls. So it's supposed to be like a pickup competition, and I was gonna document the whole thing.
And Sarah, I want to say something about you. I love your swag. You make it because I believe you understand the game, so you make it easier for the guys to try something. But most times they don't do it, and it's the whole time I'm like cringing. I'm like, no, like she's giving it to you, and you're not accepting it. So you really do help out a lot, but they don't even understand or recognize that. So it's really good. I really do like Sarah. I really like her.
Let me explain. So there's not really more to the story. It's actually a really weird story. So we were scheduling and we were set to go. I was a little procrastinating on the plane tickets, but I was I messaged Bmac, and to be fair, Bmac was like very adamant about making it happen. So I messaged him with the exact dates, but before booking the ticket, I just want to confirm with Duke. And then this was, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago. I forget what. Duke sent me a voice memo saying, "Hey, man, nothing personal. I still fuck with you. But after, my debate with Ashley, I saw how your chat respond to that. I just don't want to fuck with that kind of audience. Some people were saying that I'm like the angry black guy. I don't like to be categorized in that way. So it's nothing personal. But, I don't want to really do anything on your channel." So that's literally what happened. It seems kind of.
He didn't even say anything to me. And that's the worst thing. Who does that? Who challenges someone and then backs out? You don't do that. As a man, you don't do that.
Yeah, bro, it would have been a good competition. I don't know what else to say, man. I still like Duke and I fuck with Duke, but yeah, it was it was disappointing. But yeah, so does anyone actually want to challenge Bmac to this competition? I will.
Who wants to bet? If you will get the belt literally if you can beat me.
I'll challenge you, Bmac.
We can have different challenges. Sarah.
It can't be a girl. You know what? Maybe I'll message like some of the people I know, and I'll see if anyone else is down. But yeah, the challenge stands. So if you wanna compete against Bmac, it doesn't have to be a coach. It can be like literally anyone. Alex will record the pickup challenge. I will, absolutely. That's the whole point. That's why I'm fucking going through all this effort, because it's going to be a really good content. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for content.
And if at the end of the day, if you just want to see what I'll do, I'll go in there, lock it in Miami. It doesn't even matter who it is. I will lock it in.
Coach Whitehill said it was down so it's Thailand. Yeah, I'm not buying Bmac a plane ticket for Thailand. That's going to be way too fucking expensive.
Man, Whitehill is soft.
I know, right? But yeah, I don't know. So if anyone wants to do it, just let me know in the comments, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's kind of where we're at.
No challenges. That's terrible, man. What is the word?
Dude, give it time. Give it time, dude. It's very spontaneous. People might want to think about it. We'll see what the comments say. There might be someone in the comments.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, it was very entertaining today. What was the girl previous? What's her name? Eden?
Eden, yeah.
It's like, okay, she's single, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because she's like very specific on what you're to do, and I don't live by that law. I live by, I'm gonna come at you. Like I said, I understand women, but not all the time does it have to be the way you want it to be. I'm going to come at you with confidence. And, sometimes you got to know how to flirt. And she's like, oh, well, you have to be this specific way. No, that's not how it is. It depends on the scenario. It depends on the vibe. It depends on the energy. And so I always tell, like I said, my students, I tell them, go and whatever you say it with 100% confidence.
Wait, hold up. We got challenger. Ron is down. All right, there we go. You got yourself some competition. All right, Ron. Shoot me an email, and then I'll give you my WhatsApp, and we'll set it up.
His name is Ron. Is that it? Okay.
His name's Ron, but his friends call him Ron.
Ron. Okay, Ron. So my email, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. So send me an email tonight, and I don't want to just give my WhatsApp like for everyone, but and I'll give you WhatsApp, and then we'll set this up ASAP. So here we go. Here is My email. So just email me tonight. Say something in the subject like "This is Ron" or "Pickup Challenge" or whatever. Something that makes that so I recognize the email because I get a lot of shit, and we'll set up. So there we go. You got yourself a challenger, Bmac.
Thank God. I prayed for a challenger, at least a challenger that would at least, make it easy, make it competitive. Duke, I thought he was, he came in there strong, like you don't know what you're talking about, be looking all high all the time, thinking he's about to come in and be legitimate, like he's gonna do something. But now he's like, oh my God, I'm not gonna do this. And I heard him say on a previous podcast, well, I'm not even a relationship coach. I mean, I just see people and I that are relationship coaches and I debunk them. Well, how are you going to debunk me when you're not even going to come?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. It was pretty. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I fucking wish he did do it. I mean, I don't know. I understand his perspective though. Like, I understand. He's not the only content creator that's messaged me in the last month and told me, "Yo, dude, I really like you, but I don't want to go on your channel anymore because of your chat." I mean, I understand. My chat is like, not all of my chat, but 1/3 of my chat is toxic as fuck. So I get it. I see his perspective. I disagree with his perspective. I think that he should still have done it, but I understand. I can empathize with his perspective. I don't think it means
Alex, would you ever challenge someone, especially if you don't know them, and then back out on that challenge?
Me personally,
yeah,
probably not unless I had like an insanely good reason.
I've never done that in my life. Anytime I said something to someone like, "Oh, I'll go against you," I'll do it under all circumstances. But maybe I don't know, maybe he's from a different cloth of people. He's so high, he probably don't even recognize that he did that.
No, I think he definitely realized what he's doing. He's dude, fucking weed doesn't fuck you up that much, bro. But all right, Bmac.
Depending on how good it is, how potent it is.
You got anything else you want to discuss?
That's it. You just let me know what's good, and I'll be ready. So it was a pleasure. Sarah, again, a pleasure talking to your beautifulness, those eyes, the hair, the everything. I could keep going and going, but I got to go. So,
all right, buddy.
Bmac.
Thank you, Alex.
Have a good one.
Peace out.
This is a funny comment, but so true. The chat switches up when someone's so sad. The Duke the Don is people do switch so fast. Like I remember when I had that debate with Ganstar, the chat went like literally was like, "Oh, this is the end of Alex's career. Oh, fuck Alex, he's done." The chat will turn on someone so fast.
Yeah, that chat was a hard one.
It is a fucking.
I feel like you have to like accept it. Like, I mean, I've seen the chats, try to tear me up, and then there's others that are giving marriage proposals. So you got to take, the good with the bad. But I mean, if you have thick skin and you can laugh at yourself, then you can get through it. I mean, that's how I became the Raging Tomato, because it was supposed to be an insult, but I'm like, that's fucking funny.
Yeah. But anyway, let's bring on next Jake and Looks for L. What the fuck is Looks for L? Was he jerking off to Hughes photos? Hang on, let me drop the link.
He's checking out his own photos.
Jake, your girlfriend left.
I know. So sad. I will get a second date with you, Sarah, though. We'll make it happen.
Oh no, I feel like you should keep trolling in on Eden. There.
Troll? Oh, so offensive.
Well, not trolling in a bad way, but I think you should still keep going that route. It was really cute to watch you guys.
How did you know she was? I wanted to ask. How did you know when she was single? Did she like post what she say on her social media?
She posted a picture. It was like a picture of her with I don't know. It was like a New Year's Eve one, but it said like "shout out to my ex for cheating on me." That's public, so I'm not like hopefully I'm blowing her up on that. But that's what she put on her Instagram. So then I DM'd her and I was like, because I DM'd her originally, I didn't know she had a boyfriend after our first speed date. And I DM'd her and then I was like, oh shit, somebody, I think Hugh told me that she had a boyfriend. And I was like, oh, you're breaking my heart here. And then I kind of just let things go because I'm not that type of guy. And then, I hit her up at, when I saw that, because I knew like she was going to get flooded. So I figured I'd reach out.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, but yeah, so we'll see how the Bmac competition goes. It should be an interesting one. That guy's a fucking character.
I was gonna say, why don't you just add him to our competition? If he wants somebody who's actually gonna give him competition, like
I could potentially do that, yeah. But how would that work? How would the logistics of that?
See, that's the thing is I don't know. Is like if we add a third person, I guess we could just add him to like however we decide to score it, right? And then he's just along with it. We just have to do more approaches.
Yeah,
I'll think on it. Like he mentioned WWE and he's like doing WWE promos. Like it's like a clear like 90s like Hulk Hogan. I don't know if you remember that shit or not, but like he's doing like Macho Man, Randy Savage type shit. It's really funny.
That dude is definitely a fucking character. I will say when this whole thing challenged, like whatever was announced, I so expected Bmac to like back out. But to his credit, this made me gain respect for him. He was very adamant and persistent about making it happen. I was very surprised by that. I did not. I thought he was just gonna ghost and disappear on me, but he was like fucking every other day. He was messaging me. He's like, "Yo, come on, bro. When's the competition?" I was like, "Jesus Christ, dude. We talked about this like fucking 24 hours ago." But yeah.
Focus.
No, that I have respect for, because like like his caricature stuff aside, like he wants to make it happen, and like I've been pushing this with looks for our competition for a while now too. So like I respect Bmac for that.
Well, speaking of the devil, there he is.
There he is. I just summoned him into existence. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, dog?
What's up, dude? You just finished draining a Giga Chat in your basement?
I did, yeah. I got another one coming soon, so we got to be quick.
All right. But yeah, so you're 100% in, right, Looks?
Yeah, 100%. Like originally, I was just like cold approaching is kind of gay and cringe, but I'm like, at the end of the day, bro, it's like she just finds you hot or not, and it is what it is. So.
Well, I'm glad you finally talked yourself into believing that your own theory works. That looks are the only things that matter.
Actually, a few of my girlfriends were like, "Yeah, you should definitely go. You'll smoke him," because she saw what like he looked like, and it's just raps, I mean, I love you, Jake, but it's like,
All right. Well,
how many things do I need to keep DMing you until you fight? Fuck it. We'll just do it in person. You'll see for yourself, and the results.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Good. I'm good.
All right. So here's what I was thinking. Let's talk logistics, and then the chat can obviously weigh in on this. You can weigh in on this, Sarah. So I think that it's like, okay, how do we measure it? So I think there should be like two parts to this challenge. I think the first part is we go out to like a lounge or something with a lot of people. I pick the girl, and like Luke said, I'll pick her girls who are on the younger side. You guys both have to approach the girl. We do out of maybe 20 girls, we see who gets more phone numbers, right?
Okay,
Wait, hang on, let me finish. The second part of the challenge will be out of those phone numbers, who actually gets more dates. So that's what I was thinking. What do you think?
I think it's important to make sure it is the same girl. The problem is there might be a little bit of like, if she gets approached too much, she might think something's up. That's my only concern. But if it's in like a lounge bar setting, that's kind of normal,
Yeah, that's why I was thinking we do a lounge.
So we're going to do 20 of the same girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if it's not the same girl, it's really hard to isolate for all factors, Like the one chick could just have a boyfriend and the other one couldn't, and like one of us could just get lucky. So if it is literally the same girl, then we can at least isolate for that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think so.
I think also we rotate who goes first. So one girl, you go first. The other girl goes first. So it's alternating order. So with 10 girls, one of you guys goes first. With the 10 girls, the other guy goes first, so that we make it as fair as possible.
Yeah, I think something like that would be good. Yeah.
I think my biggest edge against Looks, though, is going to come in day game, because I think that Looks will be able to use IOIs, which I know he's going to lean on as part of this competition. He's going to use that in the lounge. So that's
he
why
can't, because I'm picking the girls.
No, he's
so that's the
picking
thing.
the girl.
He can't do that if I'm picking the girls.
The thing is, I'm gonna have more IOIs than you. That's the problem. So
no, I agree with that. I already told you. What my theory is on how this is going to play out.
Yeah, you said you think you're gonna lose, right? But you want to show the margin is not.
No, I said it'll be competitive, but I think that you're going to get more overall like positive reactions. But the ones that I hook are gonna be really hooked. That's what I think is going to happen.
Well, that's why I think the second part of the competition is very important. Not only do we see who gets more phone numbers, but we see out of those phone numbers, which of those girls, you don't have to actually go on the date. You just have to get her to the point where the girl, I'm thinking where the girl says, okay, like something where she's down for a date. She's like, okay, Tuesday at 5 p.m. That works, right? So she just has to hard confirm a date and a time. So I think that's why there's two factors. One is like how many phone numbers you get, but two, also what percentage of those girls are down for like an actual date.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think that's a good way to measure it. I would like to do a day game though, as well, if we can fit it in.
Okay, we can make that the third component then, where with a day game. So with a day game, there's no way for you to both do the same girl because it's just gonna come off really weird.
Yeah.
So with day game, what we would have to do is I would have to pick the girls. There's two ways we can do it. One is that you guys both pick your own girls. So you get 10 girls looks and you get 10 girls Jake. It can be any girls you want. But that could get dicey. I think a cleaner way of doing it is I pick 10 girls for each one of you. And I try to keep them. I do my best to keep them as.
We need to make sure we agree on the quality of the woman, right? Like if she's just average looking. Go on.
I think two of us agree, then it should be solid. Like if you and Alex agree, or I and Alex agree, it should be fair, right?
Yeah, I like that. Two out of three consensus.
I mean, okay. I feel like I'm the most accurate one when it comes to like rating people, but okay, you know what? We can go with that. 2 out of 3 is like good as well.
Well, what difference would it make? I mean, if I'm picking girls who are like, does it really matter if the girl you approach is a 7 or 6.5? Like,
well, I'm saying if the girl is like not as hot, it's going to be noticeably easier, right? Like the hotter girls are going to be harder to get.
But I'm not going to pick but if I'm picking less hot girls for you, I would pick less hot girls for Jake too. So it's either you're both going to get hotter girls or you're both not going to get hotter girls. But I'm going to keep the girls I pick like very similar for both of you.
Yeah, that's my only concern, whether it actually will be similar or it's just.
We'll videotape the whole thing so we can watch it back and the audience can decide if I was fair or not. So everything will be videotaped. But yeah, I think I will do my best to keep it like as fair as possible.
Word, yeah. As long as we can isolate for variables and like keep it fair on the quality, location, everything. Yeah, that sounds good.
So what about this though, looks? Because I know you were very adamant about the age stuff. But to me, like I think like women in their mid-20s and late 20s is like my sweet spot. So like it just happens to be we're just very different ages.
I know that's like the other concern I was thinking is like you're much older than I am, and in general like women like older men. So if I'm only like 23, right, and there's like girls who are 27, 28, that might be like another factor. I mean, age pillow.
I don't think a girl's gonna be able to tell that you're 23 versus 27. Where you'd have a problem is somebody that's in the like mid 30s would be able.
I'm not even going to be interested in women over 30. But the point is that like they need to be around my like age, so it's not like noticeably different. Because if a girl like can noticeably tell, it's like it could be a turn off. I don't know.
I think up to mid-20s you're going to be fine. I don't think a girl who's 25 is going to be like, oh, you're only 23. I think like as long as it's within a few years of you, it's going to be fine.
Just don't tell them your age. Like don't like that shouldn't ever come up. It's never come up once in my entire time approaching a girl.
Well, no, because you were talking about talking to like some 30-year-olds too, and I'm like, bro, like that's very significantly older than I am.
Well, we're not talking about that now. We're talking about girls.
Okay. Yeah, if they're mid-20s, I think it'll be all right. No worries.
Cool.
I have a question. What happens if they end up being, like married and they just,
that's what I was saying. Yeah, they said they're going to count that.
Like, do you get another try?
Yes, but if we're running enough high volume, that should there's no reason why statistically looks should get like 7 married girls and Jake should get 2 married girls.
But the sample size is too small. It's like way too small.
So we can increase the sample size and make it 20 or 30.
I mean, bro, that's still like so small. Like I think
I thought we were gonna do. You want to do 50 across each category, like 50 between night and day game.
50 might be like.
That's a lot, bro.
I think 20, 25 is fair enough.
I think we can do. Sorry, go ahead. Look.
No, I was saying just like about the girlfriend thing. Like you were saying, we should automatically count that as a loss or like married girlfriend, but it could be the case that they actually are in a relationship. I don't know. It's like it's just a shame because this is why I don't like the cold approach thing because it's not certainty. Like you don't know if she's just saying that because she thinks you're ugly or because she actually has a boyfriend.
Yeah, okay. But either way,
since there's literally going to be like 3 versions of this competition, even if you get unlucky in the day game portion, you'll still be able to win the night game portion and the more girls willing to go on a date with you. So you'll still get the W overall. So I think it's
okay.
Alex, let's talk about this scenario though, because like this has happened? Like what about Insta dates and like stuff like that? Or do you want us to not go down that path if we're like getting down it? You want us to keep things tight for content purposes? Like
I think we should keep it tight. Yeah.
Okay. So just tell them that we have some time constraint or whatever, because like that's pretty consistent result for me.
Well, get their phone number, make it a really solid phone number, and try to get them out on a date. So you get like 2 points for that.
All right. Okay. And then at the lounge, it's just like, do you want to set any time limits or just like let it go until?
No, there won't be time limits. I will. I don't think there should be time limits. Yeah, I'll pick the girls. Well, actually, yeah, maybe we do because we can't have like if one of you guys is talking to the chick for like 10-minute time limit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I wonder how we're gonna get out the interaction because usually you chop it up with a girl and then you take her home, but like we obviously can't do that, right?
I mean, yeah, this is not going to be a perfect setting for how we want to do this, right? Because most interactions in night game, like they go from like 15 minutes to an hour or longer. So it's not going to be a perfect setting, but it'll be at least close enough to reality.
It'll be close enough. No, I've gotten some, dude. My first ever, 3 girlfriends ago. It was like a 5-minute number close at a bar. And we were dated for like a year. So yeah, you can 5-10 minute phone numbers can be really solid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do we want to count? So we're saying we're going to do like what, 25 or 30 total. Do we want to count the girls who say they have boyfriends or married, or are we going to say those are like?
No, we count every girl that is approached. Yeah, we have to do that.
Okay. All right, including girls that when we get up to them, they have like a wedding ring on their finger, because that's different to me than somebody just telling you where you don't know if it's true or not.
Well, you can probably tell if someone has a wedding.
Yeah, if she has a wedding ring, then I won't pick her.
Yeah, just don't pick her.
You think you'll be able to see her from that far away? Because I've walked up to girls where I didn't see it in time.
Okay, well, we can make a special exception if the girl has a wedding ring. Then we can not count that.
Okay.
Now,
I think it's like a small detail though.
What if like Jake approaches someone and then he asks for a number and then she's like, oh, I'm married, yada yada yada. Would you still send looks for L after her?
Yeah, certainly. Yes. That will help prove the black pill. That's the whole point here. Like the whole point is like one girl says I have a boyfriend and the other girl is Chad struck. That's kind of what I'm going for here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she'll be able to hardly keep her hands off her vagina.
Okay, time will tell. Time will tell. We can talk now. Let's let the results speak for themselves. Like everything so far.
You better not be fucking practicing while we're getting this set up. You better get your feet on this.
No, I'm not gonna practice at all. Don't worry.
Lux is just gonna do his like Chad affirmation exercise. He's just gonna look in the mirror and tell him that his fucking gonio angle is good enough every morning. Your gonio angle is so good. Your gonio angle is so good. You got the best gonio angle.
Strong mandible, hunter eyes, colored eyes, easy dope.
Yeah, the girls won't be able to resist that mandible. But yeah, this will be fun. So when do you guys want to do this?
Yeah, what's your schedule like, buddy?
I'd rather do after January, sometime in February, because I'm going to Colombia in winter.
I'm thinking probably definitely in February because I have some shit this month too.
So I'm going to Brazil for Carnival for the second half of February. Maybe I can squeak it in as part of that trip because I'm already taking the time off.
Okay. Well, we can work out the dates privately. I think the details are what's important. We can work out the dates like in the group chat.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. All right, sweet. So we got a good competition in place. Maybe I'll start some kind of like betting poll type of thing. I have to see if there's regulations with that because I want to fucking.
I'd like a prize pool. I think some betting or something.
I'll start some kind of I'll think on that. But I'll do some kind of like we'll get some money on this.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm game for it. How many days do you think we're gonna do it for? You 2 or how many or 1 or 3?
I think 2 days is good.
Okay.
Like maybe 2-3 days. Like first day we fly and just chill, then one day and then another day.
I think 2 full days is safe. We want to because sometimes bars closed, it rains, shit happens. So I think we should do 2 full days.
Okay, I can make it happen.
Word. Hey, you guys got some nerve to go up and approach like 20, 30 girls no problem in a day. Like, that's pretty crazy to me, but I'm going to try it out and see how it goes.
I know.
Yeah. All you got to do is show up, right? Because you look so pretty.
Right, but the point is the time investment is like, why do that when you can just do it online? You know, I don't know. But let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes.
It's more fun, looks. It's more fun.
All right, we'll see what happens. All right, cool. Anyway, I think that basically, any closing thoughts, anyone, before we wrap up?
Jake, just hit the gym a little more, and it'll be closer. We will have a good comp. We will have a good comp. All right, take it easy, boys. Love you all.
That's it.
All right. Lando, I'll text you once we lock in the dates. I promise. Will this consultation be streamed? Probably not streamed, but videotaped. And yeah, I'm gonna make a video out of this for sure. But I don't know if I'm gonna stream it. It'll be a lot of streaming to do, but it'll all be videotaped. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, all right, cool. So we got a fun little.
Do like I was just saying, you could probably do like a interview or whatever. We could do like a first day results or something like that for a short thing or something.
Oh yeah. Maybe we could do something like that. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, cool guys. All right, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll do something tomorrow. Oh, actually, wait, tomorrow I have a date. If my date flakes, I'll do a live stream. If you don't see me live streaming, it means my date came through. But we'll be back on Wednesday for sure. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night, guys. Check out Sarah's channel. She's got some funny videos on there. And until next time.
Bye.
See you, everybody.